Whole world been watching and waiting for our return.
Well, the wait is over. We're about to give people what they want and what they need, so you better get ready.
HD Graphic Design and Print, where they provide innovative and quality designs. They provide custom business cards, flyers, obituaries, event tickets, t-shirts, banners, and more. They are the one-stop shop for all your graphic designs and printing needs. Call today at 414-699-7729. That's 414-699-7729. Or visit them on the web at hdmediagrp.com. HD Graphic and Print. Let them make your next event a memorable one. It's HD Graphic Design and Print, where they provide...
It's HD, Higher Dimension Radio, inside this blessed Monday afternoon. And we are back.
We are back.
Live and in color.
We are back live and in color.
How you doing, Dennis Walton?
Don't I look good?
We are back.
Yeah. I feel.
I'm not going to answer that.
I feel.
I'm not going to answer that.
I feel how I look.
I'm not going to answer that.
That's how.
But you look all right.
I feel how I look.
It's one day after Sunday, so I'm not going to lie today. Hey, this is your gospel hostess, Sister Soraya. So glad to be back in your company, in your home, in your office, in your car, wherever you are. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another edition of the Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show. Yes. Today is the last Monday in April.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Monday.
Oh my God.
The last Monday.
Oh my God.
We are moving swiftly, y'all.
Oh man.
Yes, we are.
It's already we in spring, deep spring.
Deep spring. Yeah.
Ooh, we came a long way.
Absolutely.
Man, when was the last time we was on the radio? 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. About 2 weeks ago. So we are so sorry we have not been on for about 2 weeks now, but we are back. Pray for us. Don't talk about us. Pray for us. But we are back. And unfortunately, we had to come with some bad news, Dennis. But before we get into that, it's currently 52 degrees outside. It has been lovely over the course of a few days.
Yes,
it reached like over. I looked on my dashboard on Saturday. It was 82 degrees.
Where you was at?
I was outside on Saturday.
You was in Milwaukee?
I was in Milwaukee. Here.
Okay.
Yes, in Milwaukee. It was 82 degrees. That's what it reached on this past Saturday.
It was nice.
It was very nice. So by far. And they say it hasn't been that nice since like October.
Yeah.
So right now it is 52 degrees right now. And of course it's supposed to cool off this week. Thank God. But with that being said, we've had over a rash, Dennis, of shootings.
Really?
And killings.
No, I can't believe it.
Oh, you can believe it.
Here in the city of Milwaukee?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of shootings?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Over the weekend.
That's horrible.
Then stop acting. Yeah, I mean, I know it don't catch us by surprise.
No,
I know.
No. Unfortunately.
I know. And as we mentioned before,
69. As soon as the temperature go past 69
the brink of 69 degrees, right?
God. Oh.
Yeah.
And like I have not watched the news.
You don't have to.
So because I live in it.
Absolutely.
Like, all I see is.
I think when I was in Chicago, I asked, "Did you see that on 27th and Burleigh?"
I just rolled past.
You just rolled past it. So
you
don't have to watch the
I
news.
don't even have
You
to watch
can
the
drive up and down the street and just see.
I watch reality TV
all day, every day.
Reality TV.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yes.
Reality TV.
So with that being said, on the heels of 8 shootings in 12 hours.
Stop it.
On Saturday, April 23rd. Yes, if not more. If not more. Into early Sunday morning, 2 of them were fatal. Milwaukee police reported 10 shootings between the hours of 10:46 a.m. and 11:49 p.m. On yesterday. The first happened shortly before 11 a.m. near 47th and Center, where a Milwaukee woman, 25, was shot and showed up at a Milwaukee hospital for treatment. About 2 hours later.
That's right. You said a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. About 2 hours later, shortly before 1 p.m., officers responded to a shooting near 27th and Chambers, where a Milwaukee boy, 17, was shot and showed up.
Mm-hmm. When was that one?
This was on this all happened between Saturday and Sunday, between 10:46 a.m. and 11:49 p.m. last night.
Oh, wow.
Just before 5 p.m., a Milwaukee man, 25, suffered life-threatening injuries in a shooting near 80th and Bender. According to police, the shots were fired during an argument. Police know who they're looking for in connection with that shooting, but no arrests have been made. 10 minutes after that, officers responded to the one on another scene on 60th and Silver Spring, where a young boy was handling a gun. A gun went off, striking a 20-year-old man. A 17-year-old boy was arrested. Just after 6 p.m., a Milwaukee woman was shot. She was 30 years old, during an argument near 22nd and Chambers.
Really? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you
I saw that too.
You saw that too? Okay.
Yeah. I saw it too.
You saw that too?
I heard the gunshots.
Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't know exactly what happened though. I just saw heard the gunshots, and then I saw the ambulance come around. They roped off everything.
Okay.
What happened again?
Well, this is one argument. A 30-year-old woman was shot during an argument.
So a woman was shot?
Yes.
I heard the shots too. And I was like, and the next thing you know, the ambulance pulled up.
You heard the shots and it was like, oh, okay. It was, okay. All right. At approximately 8:30 p.m., a 31-year-old Milwaukee woman sustained non-fatal injuries after being struck by gunfire, and she's expected to survive as well. Around 9:15 p.m., a 26-year-old man sustained life-threatening injuries after being struck by gunfire on 35th and Hadley, and he's in critical condition. Around 9:40 p.m., a triple shooting occurred near 5th and Rogers. Victim number 1 is a 13-year-old girl from Milwaukee who suffered fatal gunshot injuries. She was transported to the hospital where she died. A victim
13-year-old girl was killed.
Yes, she was. A victim 2, a 10-year-old girl from Milwaukee who sustained life-threatening injuries. She was transported to a local hospital where she's listed in serious but stable condition, but is expected to survive. Victim number 3 is an 18-year-old man who is from Milwaukee who sustained non-life-threatening injuries, and he's expected to survive as well. Lastly, around 11:49.
I thought you was done.
No, around 11:49 p.m., a 16-year-old boy sustained non-fatal injuries after being struck by gunfire near 38th and Minor Key. And he went to the hospital as well, and he's expected to survive. So the circumstances leading up to the shooting are under investigation, and Milwaukee police continue to seek unknown suspects. So there has been an arrest in just one of these shootings, the shooting near 58th and Silver Spring, where police say a 17-year-old was arrested. So,
Soraya, hold on. You just told me all of those shootings, right? You just did like 17 shootings. Right?
Yeah.
And you said arrest was made in one of them?
One.
That's not good.
Not good. Not good.
That's not good.
Not good at all.
My God.
Yeah. So
very, very unfortunate.
And then not sure if you heard about, of course, we know about the shooting that happened on 27th and Burleigh.
Yeah.
And then the young woman that was killed by her boyfriend on 66 in Lisbon.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Her name was Leah Davis. So our present thoughts goes out to Leah Davis is her name.
Leah. I know
Yeah.
Leah.
66 and Lisbon Avenue here in the Milwaukee area. So
Do they have a picture of her?
yes, I'm gonna put the picture up. I'll find it for you.
Leah Davis.
Hmm.
That's a lot of shootings.
Yes.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
like that's just.
Yeah.
That means that our city,
Mm-hmm.
that's her right there.
No.
That means that our city is just like
In
whoa,
trouble.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, not at all.
It's not good for April 20 what?
26.
It's not good.
25th.
Totally not good.
Yeah.
So
And it's not it's no better for even our new mayor to walk into this.
yeah, but he's supposed to walk into it boldly, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
everybody be all excited about, oh, we got the first black person, this and that and the other. But when you move into them seats,
color don't even matter.
You got to be qualified
absolutely
to address the issues,
mm-hmm.
and you got to have a solution that's going to be effective
yeah.
to the problems. It's no excuse for our city to have this many shootings and killings
in one weekend.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
You're correct.
Yeah.
But just overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is no reason
mm-hmm.
we should be in this condition as a community.
All right.
Like, we should have intelligent people in place
mm-hmm.
that are preventing these crimes from happening. That's the young lady right there.
Yes, the young lady right
there. And that's the dude right there.
27th and Burleigh. Yep.
That's
the one that got shot on 27th and Burleigh, and she's the one that was killed by her boyfriend. You do? Okay.
He work in the gas station.
That's him. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He work in the gas station.
So here's the other story. We got to let the people know. Around 6:15 a.m. Saturday, Leah Davis, 19, was shot and killed at her apartment near 66 in Lisbon.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. And then 2 hours later, LaShant Stewart, 23, was shot and killed at the gas station he worked at near 27th.
They killed him? He's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I see that little dude. I'll see him every time I go to the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
He works in the gas station.
Yeah.
Wow.
So unfortunate.
They killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's heavy.
Woo. That's I said, I just be seeing the tape. You know,
right.
Everywhere you go, you see police tape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. I see little buddy every day at the gas station. Because I still go to 27th Street gas station.
I don't go at all.
Yeah, most people don't. You know
I don't go at all.
But I've been going there for my whole life.
God forbid if I'm on E.
Right.
I'm going to rush home. I'm going to rush home. Okay.
And I was coming from Sherman when I was when I came past there the other day, and I remember we was talking. And I was like, I just saw the whole 27th Street roped up.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know they killed him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just a shooting.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's it's just crazy when you just see somebody every day. You say hi to them. You go to where they work at. You know, and then when you in our business reporting the news, then you just see somebody who you see every day and they're dead.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
is just amazing. It's just I can't explain that. How I feel.
And I'm looking at I've been following your good friend Von Mays, community activist. He's been on the ground running, doing some things around the community. And he made mention that they were handing out gun locks around the community, I guess the day before. And then this all happens.
Yeah, so I'm working with a group right now.
That's right.
We're creating.
How's that coalition? Or
it's coming together.
Okay.
Where we're creating a campaign around gun violence and responsible gun ownership.
How's that coming?
It's coming, right? And one of the things that was suggested is that we give out gun locks.
Okay.
But then when I think about it, nobody's putting a lock on their gun.
Okay.
it just doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
I mean, it makes sense like if you just have a gun in the house and it's sitting there, and you have children around or
Right,
something
for
like that.
for safety purposes.
Yeah, but for the
Yeah.
most part,
Hmm.
when I need to go get my gun, I don't have. In most instances, you ain't thinking about going to unlock your gun and then go into battle. If there's something that's happening, you got to be able to grab your gun and go on
And
the
use
spot.
it, right? Oh,
You ain't
wow.
got time to unlock no gun. Let me take the lock off the gun,
Wow.
put the key in the lock, and then put the lock up, and then go handle my business.
Oh, you're gonna be dead by then.
Right? The gun already have a safety on it,
Oh,
right? So if anything, just knowing how to keep your gun on safety. But I wouldn't even really recommend locking no gun.
But this-
It don't make sense.
can I ask you a
Unless you just got a
question?
bunch of guns that are just sitting up and you have like a safe or a cabinet full of guns, then maybe you could lock up your extra guns. But for the gun that you have on your personal or for your protection,
Mhm.
I'm not putting no lock on my gun.
Can I ask a question though?
Except for the safety lock.
Just to sidebar,
Mhm.
what happened to fighting?
That's
Why-
over with.
Why people don't fight no more?
That's over with.
Yeah.
Ain't
Why,
no fighting.
why people don't?
Ain't no fighting. It's
Yeah.
over with. Fighting is over with.
It's over with.
Those days are long gone.
Long gone.
Cause I know I ain't fighting nobody. I mean, if I really have to get you up off of me,
The
I'm
first
fighting.
thing you do is,
But you put your hands on me, I'm be ready to shoot.
and then you shooting to kill. You're not shooting for them to live.
Because
You
the
shooting.
thing is that if you fight somebody, they gonna go get a gun. You can fight somebody, right?
And it solves the problem,
No,
right?
Right. No, you
Mhm.
can fight somebody. Okay, come on, let's fight.
Mhm, right.
But people don't have no respect for fighting no more.
Mm.
So if I get into a fight with somebody and I beat them up, and I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm the man. You won. I mean, I won. You lost.
Mhm.
No one is just accepting that no more.
So because
the
you
next time that they see you,
Right.
they're gonna want to kill you because you beat them up.
because they lost.
So the way people look at it now is that I might as well just shoot you. Because if I fight you, I'm gonna have to shoot you anyways. Because people can't take
Mhm.
butt kickings.
Wow. I'm so glad you said it that way because you have my heart. You have my heart.
People can't take butt kickings because as soon as you beat somebody
Yeah.
up, you're gonna be mad that like people not having a fist fight
Yeah.
and then being like shaking hands.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a fight with somebody, that person is going to want to hurt you. And depending on what you did to start to get into the physical altercation, like if you disrespect the person, people not playing.
Yeah.
They're not playing like, oh, I'm finna beat you up. People like, if you disrespect me,
It's a sad situation.
I'm shooting.
It's a sad situation, point blank.
and the thing is that leave people alone.
Yeah.
A lot of people like again, even with fighting, I'm not ready to let nobody jump on me or hit me or beat me or none of that.
And people are just like we mentioned before. People are just angry.
Yeah.
People are walking around angry. They bitter. They bottle up. You say
Listen,
one.
You know what?
Mhm.
I'm sorry for cutting you
No,
off.
you're fine.
But it's everybody's not angry.
Okay.
You know, it's a segment of people out here that's just out of control.
Yes.
We were talking about it a little bit over the weekend.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody not angry. Like I'm not angry.
No. Okay.
You're
No.
not angry.
Right. No. I'm saying when it comes to situations
The
like
violence.
that. Yes.
Yeah. No. But I think people are just ignorant. Just like okay, I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
Right?
Hold on to your hats.
Let me tell you a story.
I
right?
know. Are you talking
So-
about Mayfair?
No,
Okay.
that's the other story. I forgot about that one.
Okay.
But another story. So I'm not gonna say no names, but a friend of mine,
Mhm.
family members, right? Who I know the whole family,
A
right?
friend of mine, family members. Okay.
A friend of mine's family members.
Okay.
A friend of mine, his cousin shot his other cousin over the weekend, right?
A friend of. Okay, go.
So my friend's cousin shot his cousin.
Okay, friend, cousin. All right, go.
It's just such a trifling.
Now this
story.
wasn't a part of the news segment I read.
It probably is.
Okay.
It probably is, but this happened Friday, so it wouldn't be part of today's
Okay.
news. But this happened like Friday.
All right.
So this cousin, this is so Jerry Springer, right?
Yeah.
This cousin has how do I say this? There's an older cousin who shot a younger cousin 7 times in the back, right?
Okay.
And he shot his younger cousin in the back 7 times because he's dating his younger cousin's baby mama. Who his
Jerry,
younger cousin,
Jerry.
who his younger cousin,
Oh yeah.
who his younger cousin has 2 babies by.
Oh yeah.
So the cousin who has the babies,
That's the kind of stuff that get you killed.
the cousin who has the babies
Yes.
by the girl, he ain't tripping off the fact that his older cousin is now dating his baby mama,
Oh.
right? But he has 2 children by this woman. The woman put a soda can in a sock and went to school and whooped their child with the sock and the soda can and bust his whole head open, right?
Why?
Because the kid did something wrong.
Okay.
So the way that she punished him is she put a sock in a soda can and she went and hit him upside the head with a whooped him with the soda can in
You
the
mean the
sock
soda can sock? Okay.
and abused the kid and lumped his whole face up, right? So
Did
the father
Okay.
goes to the mother who is dating his older cousin now and says, "What's wrong with you? Why would you hit my son with a soda can in a sock?" Right? They get into an argument. The mother pulls a gun out on the father, who's upset because the mother hit the son in the head with a soda can in a sock. Right? So when she pulls the gun out, he takes the gun from her. He grabs her and she's trying to shoot him. He grabs her, restrains her,
Mm-hmm.
gets her up off of, takes the gun, and start trying to dismantle the gun. The cousin who she's dating,
The younger cousin.
no, the
older cousin. Okay.
who she's dating,
Right. Mm-hmm.
walks up to his younger cousin and was like, "Leave my girlfriend alone." The younger cousin says, "Hey man, this woman didn't hit my son, abused my child, man. What you mean? She out of order. She just pulled a gun." And he was like, "Man, get away from me," or whatever. And when he turned around, the other cousin shot him 7 times in the back. That's a real story that just happened. And I'm leaving out all names, you know.
That was really
That's
hard.
a real story that happened.
That was hard to do, I bet.
7 times. Shoots him 7 times. Now he's lived. He's living. Fortunately, he survived the shooting. But did you so listen to the level of ignorance that I just described.
7 times?
You shoot your cousin 7 times because he's upset that his son got hit with a soda can in a sock by his baby mama, and the baby mama pulls out a pistol to try to shoot him for confronting her about hitting his son with a soda can in the sock. And then once he disarms her, then his older cousin comes and shoots him 7 times. These are the type of things that are happening. And I'm just using this as an example to the senseless crimes that are happening in our community. That was senseless. First of all, why would you beat your son with a soda can in the sock? Second of all, why wouldn't you expect his father to come and confront you about it? Then when the father come confront you about it, why would you pull a pistol on him? And then when you pull a pistol on him and he protect himself and stop you from shooting, why would your older cousin who dating your baby mama shoot you 7 times in the back?
That could that could have definitely went way far to the.
It was a lot for me to say all of that. Right?
Yeah, it was a whole lot, but that could have been far much worse than.
Yeah, you shot him 7 times.
Yeah, he could be dead.
But the point is that it could have easily been avoided.
It could have been avoided.
All
definitely.
of that was just a level of ignorance that's going on in our community. That I'm making a point.
I get it.
That's just one of many scenarios of the levels of ignorance that's happening. And there's not, even though you see these things heightening, you cannot tell me that there are not more good people in our community than bad people, right?
Yeah.
But of course, anything bad is going to be highlighted.
Absolutely.
And we have a segment of our community that is making the rest of the community look horrible because they live in the most trifling lives. And it's really, a lot of these people, there's really no hope for them. Like, there really needs to be a way to eradicate.
We have to look at this in a positive way. And I told you that.
Positive.
There is hope.
No, it's not.
There is.
Yeah, you hope they stay away from you. You hope you don't have to kill them.
We got to keep hope alive, right?
Yeah, I keep hope. I hope I don't have to shoot one of y'all in
Keep
the
hope
head.
alive.
I hope y'all stay away from me. I hope I don't
We gotta
see you when
keep
I'm in the
hope alive.
grocery store.
No.
I hope I don't get hit by a car by one of y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna keep hoping. There's a lot of hope.
It is a sad situation.
I hope you stay far away from me as possible.
It is a sad situation, and our community is definitely in trouble.
But you know what's right?
We are, yes.
This is what I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is why I'm stating what I'm stating. There's a small segment of individuals in our community that are creating this narrative that the whole community is bad. And it's not.
No, absolutely.
There's an element of ignorance in our community that we have to accept and understand that we have to get rid of it. And we have to be 100% committed to having zero tolerance and eradicating all ignorance and all crime in our community. By any means necessary, we have to get rid of it, right? And the reason why I say that is because when you drive into other communities, there's no crime.
At all.
I mean, if it is, they might be doing something behind doors or something.
Very little.
But it's other communities where there's no murders at.
Mm-hmm.
In the white people neighborhoods, in decent neighborhoods, they're having no issue with somebody getting shot or with somebody getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have more things that are happening, but there are areas in our community and throughout the city of Milwaukee and throughout the county of Milwaukee where no one's committing violent crime.
Yeah.
Now, they might be in a house doing some drugs or something, because, you know, that's happening all over the community, all over the world, right? They might be in a house having issues that we don't know about. Might get a domestic violence call or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the overall levels of violence that are just any type of issue, you kill somebody over it. That's not happening everywhere. That's happening in the areas that we are allowing it to happen. And what I'm saying is that we have to be 100% committed to getting rid of that level of ignorance in our neighborhood and in our streets. We cannot keep making excuses for our children. We cannot keep making excuses for the adults. We cannot be making excuses for a person economic status. Oh, they poor or they uneducated. Mm-hmm. Like, we have to quit making excuses.
Yeah.
Our children are out of control.
They're way out of control. And that's why I was expressing to you, Dennis, in terms of where did we all go wrong?
Man, there's one. The first
where
place
did we
went
go wrong?
The first place where we went wrong is that we don't have respect for the power and the authority of Black men.
Okay.
We have diminished the role of Black men.
Yes.
We have reduced Black men down to being nothing. Black men are not in a rightful place, and it was strategically done so that our community can be out of control in the way that it is right now.
Yes.
So you got Black men removed from the community, removed from the home, and you got the aspect of being a man removed from the mind of men. You got a segment of our community where men just are not men anymore in the sense of the tradition of what it means to be a man.
A real man, right.
You got Black men who are transgender.
Right,
you got Black men who are homosexual.
Right.
You got Black men who are incarcerated. You got Black men who have poor health problems. You got, it's so many things that are affecting the mind or the actual position or condition of a Black man, that the man aspect of you is removed. When you go into the Mexican or Hispanic community, you see the men running their community, right? When you go into the Arab community, you see the men at the forefront of their communities. When you go into the Jewish community, right up on 51st, I was just talking about this, right?
Yes.
When you walk through, when you drive through that neighborhood, the men are out. They're with their wives. They're with their daughters. They're with their sons. They're playing baseball. They're playing catch. They're walking the kids down the street in strollers. They're living a life of family and moral. There's a moral compass or a moral image that they're sustaining that the men are representing. When you go into the Black community, right, in the inner city, because you can't put this on all Black people, but in certain areas, our children are just running around doing anything it's like they don't even have a mind no more.
Yeah.
They on a whole different frequency of just do something stupid, do
Mhm.
something ignorant. The way they walk, the way they talk, the way they look,
The way they handle
the way
themselves
they
overall.
conduct themselves.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
it just from the young men to the young women,
For sure.
they are just out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with a lot of the adults in our community, the young adults. They're out of control.
Yeah.
They in the mall with pajamas and house shoes on
And sleeping caps.
and sleeping caps.
Oh, it just my skin.
And then you walk around, everybody you see got hospital shoes on.
Where did they come from?
How do you walk around all day long in hospital shoes?
Don't
How did
understand.
that become the style?
Don't understand.
You know, like I said,
that cannot be the new culture right
how
now.
do you see?
It just cannot be.
How do you see a 50-year-old man
Mm-hmm.
with a Daffy Duck shirt on?
Come on now, Dennis. I know you. Did you see that?
I see it every
Did you
day.
see?
I see it every day.
Dennis,
Bugs Bunny,
Dennis.
Daffy
That
Duck.
may be all he have to.
I'm not tripping, but
Okay.
I'm saying the mindset
I get it.
of a grown man
All right.
who still wear Looney Tunes.
Okay, Dennis.
What I'm talking about is a mindset.
Help him.
Or how do you see a black man
Okay,
and his clothes is pink, green, and orange
Dennis. Then
with a
maybe,
then yellow on the side?
then maybe all he has.
That's not what I'm talking
I
about.
understand.
What I'm talking about is the mindset. And then you see he got pink, yellow, and orange
Okay.
on. He got his butt crack showing with
Oh,
a belt on,
okay.
and he got on house shoes.
All right.
And the shirt got Daffy Duck on. And he 50 years old.
He's 50 years old. Okay.
My point is,
Make your point, Dennis.
so going back to the children.
Yeah.
I'm in Mayfair
Mhm.
Saturday. Now we keep on talking about we got to protect our children. We got to be there for our children. But these people, I'm watching people, adults, drop their children off at the mall
And keep on going.
and keep going, knowing that their child is great, go in the mall and do something that they should not be doing.
So you may mention that a young baby was hurt. You said
Soraya, the baby was like 3 months.
what? So what happened?
So the kids was in the mall
Uh-huh.
acting a fool,
Uh-huh.
and something happened to where they ran over the baby and knocked the baby like on the ground.
With the mother?
With the
baby have
mother, the mother was
God.
going. The baby was just so little.
The baby was in her hands or in a stroller, or
I didn't see it,
Okay.
but that's what happened.
Mhm.
And then the ambulance
Oh,
came and had to like
Oh my God.
take care of the baby because that's why the
Mhm.
baby was this big.
Oh my God.
These kids got to fighting in the mall and acting stupid and hurt the baby, right?
Jesus. Mhm.
And the mother was going crazy.
So they had to put all the
and then
children
all the
out.
kids were just running through the mall.
Yeah.
When I pulled up to the mall, the whole Mayfair security just pulled up like the SWAT team.
Now,
right?
at one point, sorry to cut you off really quick,
Mhm.
just to interject. At one point, they used to have parents to come with their children to the mall.
They keep trying to.
So
like,
what happened with
They
that
keep
rule?
trying to allow the children to just come back in the mall.
Right.
But then the children keep on just doing every kind of crazy thing in the mall.
But at one point,
That-
you can come in unless you were 17 and
and then
18.
what they after they knocked over the baby, then they put all the children out the mall.
Mhm.
Anybody who was under the age of 18 couldn't be in the mall.
Okay.
So you got all these kids calling their mama talking about, come get me right now, come get me right now.
Mhm.
But these same children, they parents
Mm.
they parents know that they coming to the mall
Mhm.
to act a fool, to be unruly,
That's
to
ridiculous.
be disruptive.
Yeah.
And they're dropping their children off,
Mhm.
knowing that their children is gonna cause a problem.
That's ridiculous.
Now my mama
And-
go to Mayfair.
Uh-huh.
You go to Mayfair sometimes, correct?
No.
Okay, but you know people who do, right?
Yes, I do. Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no way I want my mother or my sister or my children in the mall amongst that type of behavior.
Right. And you can't even go in and go and
I
shop.
mean, they running through the mall.
Right.
They being the most ignorant, most disrespectful, and then we're sitting here as men and as women who are adults,
Allowing it.
and we're
Accepting it.
allowing it.
Right.
But when you look into other communities,
Mhm.
even if they are having issues, it's not it's not visible the way that problems are visible in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So you asked the question, where did we go wrong?
Yes.
The first place that we went wrong is when we took the man out of the equation and we disrespected the black man
Okay.
for his position and his role in our society.
Yeah.
And when the women started to support the dismissing of the black men, then that's when we lost
Mm-hmm.
our way in
Yeah.
our society.
Mm-hmm.
And until we restore black men back to their rightful place,
Mm-hmm.
nothing is going to change.
Right. Right. Yep.
Nothing's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
And they understood that strategically, that if we can destroy the image, the perception, and the authority of a black man, then the black community will not have any substance and will not have any stability. And when they're out of order, we can rule over them.
True.
And right now, we're being ruled over with Section 8, EBT, just anything you name is ruling us. Everything is ruling us except for us. So the simple
Yeah, it's
solution,
a sad situation.
the simple solution,
Very
and then the
sad.
other problem is the men who are out here, a lot of the men who are out here
My God.
are some simps. They running up behind a woman, and the woman is in control of them, and they don't have no power.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a bunch of wimpy men
Mm-hmm.
who are in our society, and their children don't have no respect for them.
Yeah.
Because if my children bet not, as the man that I am, the
Mhm.
black man that I am, my children, I don't care if I'm with you or not, I bet not never walk up on my children and they acting like that. And they know if I do, I'm going right
It's
at their
going.
neck.
It's going
I'm
down.
going right at their neck.
Yeah.
I'm going straight for the jugular.
Mhm.
They know it.
Yeah, I want to play this clip off
So,
of Facebook.
I ain't
Dennis.
talking it and not walking it.
I-
Like your
I
children
wanna-
are a reflection of it.
Dennis, I want to play this clip about this pastor talking about men,
Mhm.
just along the same lines that you were just talking about them.
Uh-huh.
It's a powerful message about men. I'm going to try to share it with you all. Okay, just give me one moment. This is on my personal Facebook page. Let me see if I can share it. Let's see. Can y'all hear that? I may have to replay it. I don't think they can probably hear it, but I'm gonna try to get it back on
Okay.
because I really want them to hear that message.
Yeah.
Talking about men in the home and men, at large in terms of who they are, who they should be. Men are the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a sad situation, yeah. And we just got to do better. These kids, they're out of control. As I mentioned to you, I was driving up and down the street the other day, and I saw about 2 to 3 bus shelters,
Yeah.
glass busted out.
Right.
Like, where
Are they
in
running? Are they running into the bus?
the? I
shelters,
I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's
But I seen
obvious that it's like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah. I've seen that. A number.
And
of
who
times.
could be doing this?
You already know who's doing it.
Right. Who could be responsible for this?
But we be making so many excuses
Yeah.
about our behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can't, and the other thing is that if there's no level of accountability, if
Mhm.
you can't hold somebody, when you tell parents that
Yeah.
they not responsible for their kids, you're not responsible for your child's actions.
Well,
You're not responsible for your child going to school and being in school on time. You're not responsible if your child go out here and kill somebody.
yeah, right.
Somebody gotta be held responsible.
Somebody got it. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna sit here and allow these children, keep bringing these children into the world,
Yeah.
and then keep bringing them into the world, and then not providing for them,
Right.
and then keep making excuses on why you can't provide for them.
And then when something happens to
But at
them,
the same
such as
time-
being shot by the police or shot by somebody else, then they are in the wrong.
Yeah, but at the same time, the children got on every type of Jordan,
Mhm.
Nike, name brand this, name brand that,
Yeah.
but they don't have no values. They just running around ignorant.
Yeah.
Like man, look.
All right. Well, there you have it. But on
Yeah,
the
we
same
tripping.
lines as children, I know last week it was 2 children that were missing. Not sure if you heard about that, Dennis.
No.
2 children that were missing. A 10-year-old girl and a 13-year-old young boy was missing. They have been found safe. They were missing around 16th and Capitol on last week. They have been found safe. So thank God
Okay.
for that. Yeah. Also, in other news, a young lady, she attends Jackson State University. She's a college student at Jackson State University. She is missing. She's from Milwaukee,
Really?
and she's missing from Jackson State University.
What's her name?
Her name is let me see what is her name. You have her name? Is her name Vicky Peterson? That might be her mom's name. They don't have her name here, but they do. I do have her photo on our Facebook page at HD Higher Dimension Radio. If anyone have any information concerning her whereabouts, you ask to call Jackson State University Police at 601-985-7740. But they are asking for your help and your prayers. She has been missing for quite a while now. This is her right here, Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's from Milwaukee, but she currently resides in Jackson State
Wow.
University.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm telling you, like, that is frightening because
yeah.
being a father who has 2 children in
Mhm.
college in the South,
Yes.
a daughter and a
Mhm.
son.
Yeah.
Whew, I can't even tell you how I'd be just like
Mm-hmm.
worried. But, just having to stay in prayer
That's right.
that my children are safe
Mm-hmm.
and that they are covered,
That's right.
and then that they're on their way home,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because my children will be coming home
For the summer.
for the summer.
Okay.
This summer. Actually, they'll be home next month.
Mm-hmm.
So school is out for them.
So they're not going to go to summer school.
Yeah, they are, but they're going to do it online,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But even with my children coming home, and they're 18, 19 years old now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
My children are 18 and 19. My son will be 20 in July.
You about to have a 20-year-old?
My son will be 20 years
Yeah,
old
you getting old, Dennis.
in July.
You
I
getting
look
old.
good though, don't I?
Your son about to be 20, you
Oh,
said?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, no. 20?
Oh, that
That's
looks
what's
pretty
up.
good. But anyway.
Oh,
back to
no.
the story.
You crazy, dude. Oh,
Well, my son is about to be 20
Mhm.
years old.
okay.
And my daughter will be 19.
Okay.
But they're 18 and 19 now.
Right.
And even with them coming home, I had like this fear. Not even like this fear, but this caution, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, it always be the good kids that get caught up into things.
That's true.
So I got to make sure that when they get here
Keep them covered.
at 18 and 19,
My God.
that they have covering,
That's
that
it.
that they're engaged and involved in things
Mhm.
that will keep them safe.
For sure.
Because our children at that age are so vulnerable right now.
Very true. Yeah.
So I'm praying,
Mhm.
praying with all that I got,
Yes.
that God keep giving me favor
Mm-hmm.
and keep my family under His mercy
He will.
and His grace.
He will.
Because you have to be concerned for your children today at the ages that they are, because it's so dangerous out here.
At all costs. That's
God
right.
forbid
Mhm.
that I get a phone call and someone calls me from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and tells me that my daughter is missing.
Right.
I would totally
Lose
lose my
All
mind.
right. Yeah.
So I feel for that family
Very true.
and pray for that family,
Mm-hmm.
but as well, just understanding the burden of being a
For
parent
sure.
and the burden of being a father and a Black father.
Mm-hmm.
And when your children even have to come home and you have to be concerned that one of these children that's in this mall, or one of these kids that's in this mall that's doing all this unruly behavior, these children that's doing all this killing and all this shooting, I have to pray to God that they don't hurt my child.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Keep them covered. For sure.
I
agree.
just
I agree.
just having to deal with that element of all these kids that's out of control like this.
Right.
And then you trying to keep your child safe
Mm-hmm.
when you have good children who are doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
And then you got these other children who have no
Morals, no
morals,
values.
no values.
Right.
And then they're the same age as your child. All these young children right now is the same age as my children.
Yeah.
This new generation. And man, like that, just the level of prayer that you have to keep up.
Level up, y'all.
You know,
Level
to stay focused on
That's
your
true.
family.
Right.
It's so serious. So I'm
It
setting
is.
up internships for my children right now.
Wonderful.
When they come home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm doing everything I can to create a controlled environment for them.
Yes.
Cause man, I'm
and that's how
I'm a little bit afraid.
I think with the
and I don't say afraid, but just
a little fearful.
concerned.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I know with Milwaukee Recreation, they have tons of things to do for our youth.
They do.
But you know, a lot of parents, they don't take advantage of them.
No, they're allowing their children to loiter.
Absolutely.
And hang out in places.
Absolutely.
They don't provide no structure.
None
activity.
whatsoever.
They just let them. And then I'm sorry, Soraya, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and then just going back to the article that I read back in January, they are predicting, unfortunately, over 300 homicides for this year.
Yeah, we already over where we was at last year.
I think we probably like almost to 100 right now. I think it's last time I looked.
I bet you that's double.
I think it's probably like we close to 100.
I bet you that's double.
Yeah.
Than where we were at last year.
Yeah. So
and the other thing that's just like pissing me off. I'm sorry, but I have to say it's just so frustrating and it's pissing me off.
Okay.
It's every time I'm looking at all the kids, all the young men, everybody got a mask on their face. I'm talking about not a hospital mask.
Okay.
Not like a mask that for health purposes, but a rob you mask.
A rob you mask. Okay.
A burglar mask on.
God bless you, Bishop. Thank you for tuning in.
Have you seen the young men in the community? That's right. You ain't seen these boys. You live on where you live.
You ain't got to tell people where I live at.
You mean to tell me you ain't seen these boys walking around the neighborhood and everywhere you go with burglar masks on?
I have not seen it.
So you haven't seen them with their whole face covered?
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
I'll
again,
say that.
I'm
right. I'm deep in the hood. I'll say that.
Okay,
but
you just leave out your house and go to church, which is right next door, or you just go to church.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I'm just saying you ain't.
Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, I do.
Every day you in a different church, so it's different. Your word.
You know what? And you ought to be right there with me. How about that?
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. So you trying to be funny?
No,
I'm
just saying.
You trying to be funny?
But I'm just saying.
It's all good.
I'm not trying to be
as long
funny.
as I'm in church.
No, I'm saying you miss all of this stuff.
I'm glad I do. How about that?
In the house of the Lord.
Wonderful.
All week. And I ain't knocking that.
That's the safest place.
You was in a good place.
You ought to be right
I be
there.
out here with these heathens.
And you ought to be right there.
I be out here amongst them, right? In the wilderness.
Yeah.
With the lost souls.
Acting crazy.
I'll be out here. But every one of these kids is walking around here with a burglar mask on.
Mm-hmm.
That's making me so upset. Like somebody is going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids, they walk around with a burglar mask on. All the young boys in the whole in the neighborhood, in the hood, they're marketing this to them as fashion. Walk around with a burglar mask on.
Not cool, y'all. Not cool.
Man, that's crazy. There's no way we should be allowing people to just walk around with terrorist masks on all day long.
All right, 3 minutes after the hour, 1:00 p.m. Speaking of our youth,
okay, I'm sorry.
Registration for Milwaukee Recreation's driver education program opens on tomorrow at 10 a.m. for City of Milwaukee residents and MPS students. Slots will fill quickly, so be prepared to sign up for the summer courses. Driver education registration opens on Tuesday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. for non-residents. All right. You can go to our Facebook page for more information. Yeah. Y'all get y'all driver's license. All right. Don't be driving around with suspended license like Dennis.
No, I don't do that no more.
Don't worry.
I don't do that no more.
Get y'all license. Get y'all permit. Get y'all license. Get y'all tags right. And we're driving around with no suspended tags. Y'all just do right. It's just right to do right. Right, Dennis?
I'm doing right. My mama said just do right all the time.
Just do right all, even when no one else is looking. That's called integrity.
Or at least try.
Yes. All right. There's no right way in doing wrong. Just do right. Is right. It's always right to do right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You be blessed. All right.
You know who not doing right?
Who not doing right, Dennis?
Walt Disney.
What he do?
I'm talking about the entity.
Oh, the entity.
Walt
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah. What they do?
Like, have you ever heard about
Mm-mm.
the stuff that's going on with Walt Disney?
I think I heard a little bit about it.
What did you hear?
I think I heard about the story, but can you elaborate on it?
So Walt Disney is doing everything they can to push and encourage homosexuality throughout the world. And they've made sure that they're focusing on making more homosexual Disney characters to support the LGBTQ community. So they're going to make more gay cartoons.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
They're going to make more
No.
gay characters. They're going to push more gay things. And all of their movies, they're going to make sure that more of their characters are homosexual.
Portia said, "Don't say gay."
Look. Look. That's what they know. The don't say gay.
Don't say gay movement.
So
yeah,
look,
right.
Disney executives vowed more inclusivity in its productions as the entertainment giant works to make underrepresented groups such as racial minorities and the LGBT community account for at least 50% of its regular characters by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So in the movies, they're going to make sure that their movies have more gay, that they're more gay.
Oh, gayer
Than what they are.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So you're gonna see you're gonna see all the Disney cartoons.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now you're gonna start seeing transgender
Yeah.
gay cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see men. You're gonna see male characters
Yeah.
that are in love with each other.
Right.
You're gonna see female characters that are in love with each other. You're gonna see queer and bisexual cartoon characters, right? And they're gonna push this into our community so that our children can receive this. Disney is a entity that attracts the minds of young people,
Absolutely.
of
yeah.
the youth, of your baby,
Yes.
your newborn baby.
Yes.
So they're gonna start making sure that now Walt Disney is a worldwide
A major.
entity.
Yeah. Right.
Millions of people watch Disney movies and Disney content.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if they're telling you that by the end of the year that they're going to make more of that they're going to increase the level of homosexual, gay, and lesbian characters in their cartoons and in the productions that they produce by 50%. By 50%, Disney will be more. They'll be 50% more gay by the end of the year.
Oh God,
than what they are already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Ooh. And these things, actually, this stuff is unbelievable.
Not surprised.
That as a community,
yeah,
we are going to allow an entity such as a Walt Disney to produce more homosexual content to target the minds of our children.
But
why should sexuality even be included into a cartoon in the first place?
That's the times we're living in. But you know what? Going back to who's in control.
Or sexuality in any kind of way.
Right.
Be inclusive in in children's content, whether it's homosexual,
right,
whether it's bisexual,
and
whether
even
it's heterosexual.
And even going back to the story about the governor in Florida that's trying to.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
I'm getting to
all
that.
right. Go ahead.
This is going to lead into that.
Yeah.
So it said Carrie Burke, president of Disney's General Entertainment Content, said the company must do more to make its content more inclusive in a company-wide Zoom call Monday that was later posted on Twitter. I'm here as a mother of 2 queer children.
Oh.
Actually, Burke said on the call, 1 transgender child and 1 pansexual child. And also as a leader. What are you talking about?
This is sick, y'all.
What are you talking about?
This is sick and sad.
You done just messed your whole family up.
Yes, indeed.
Those children wasn't born like that.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
You raised them children to be like that.
Absolutely.
If you have a transgender child, a pansexual child,
right,
and two queer children,
mm-hmm.
you've groomed those
I was
children
gonna say that. Yeah.
to be that.
Absolutely.
No one just birthed out two queer children, a transgender child, and a pansexual child.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know what pansexual is.
Right.
You just made up something
mm-hmm.
and made your child that sex.
Right. What they don't even have sex, talking about sexuality, pansexual. Yeah.
What is pansexual? Somebody please tell me what pansexual is.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely no idea.
So the woman said, I'm here as a mother of two queer children.
And she's speaking on their
one transgender child
and
one pansexual child. And I'm also speaking as a leader. So these are the new leaders in our community.
Sad.
Right?
Yeah.
Burke said she supports featuring many, many characters who are LGBTQIA, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual, or allies. Look, I'm reading it. That's what I'm saying.
I'm confused.
As a community,
I'm confused, and so are they.
Black people, you got to go back to knowing who you are, to your culture.
Oh, Jesus.
Because this is not our culture. They're creating a subculture of sexuality and a sexual world that they're creating right now that they want to push off on us. And they want to make us feel like that is what we need to accept. And they're going to put it in the cartoons that our children are watching, and the cartoons that we grew up on. Now, they're directly attacking the gender and the sexuality and the mentality of your child to have them think in their mind, I'm a queer. Think in their mind, I'm a transgender.
Right.
Think in their mind, I'm pansexual, asexual, all this kind of stuff. When a child has that many options, or you put that many options of sexuality into the mind of a young person, you're purposely confusing them.
Absolutely. Janelle Monet says she's pansexual, just whatever goes. Just whatever goes.
What do that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
Anything goes. Okay, so a dog come on, I'm gonna do it to a dog. A cat come up, I'm gonna do it to a cat. I'm pansexual, I do it to
I've never even heard of pansexual.
Man, they done came up with like a million different sexualities now.
Pansexual.
But all of this is just to create confusion, psychological confusion, because if you sit here saying you can be all of this different sexual stuff, then that means you're purposely creating confusion.
Yeah.
Okay? So, again, I'm going to say it again. So, Burke said she supports featuring many, many characters who are LGBTQIA, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, or asexual. What do any of the sex have to do with anything?
So I'm just trying to understand. So they're trying to mold these children into becoming transgender. So what do they don't know nothing about having sex with.
Let me tell you something. When we were children,
what is the purpose of them?
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When we were children, what was our biggest influence as children?
What do you mean in terms of
what was the thing that what do children love to do?
Oh, watch cartoons?
Exactly.
And eat cereal?
You know what I'm saying?
And color?
And color. And when we were children, we are stuck to the TV.
Absolutely.
Watching every cartoon. And those cartoons influenced us.
Absolutely.
They made us feel a certain kind of way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, any child loves a good cartoon. We want to be the cartoons.
Absolutely.
We want to be like the cartoons. We become cartoon characters.
Doing well.
How many times as a kid you dress up as Bugs Bunny or some type of cartoon character as a kid?
Yeah.
Your favorite cartoon, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Tom and Jerry. Like all of these things are a children's whole existence
Yeah.
is cartoons. So you're sitting here saying that by the end of the year, 50% of your content is going to be geared towards being homosexual,
Mhm.
transgender, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, all of this stuff.
Yeah, this is
Why
sad,
is
y'all.
anything sexual? Now, okay, now a person can be all of that if they want to, which I think
But
it's
not,
I think it's all nonsense.
but not our children.
I think it's all nonsense, right?
It is.
In my opinion.
You're
But
right.
if you want to be whatever this stuff is,
Yeah,
you can do that.
you can.
But why would you encourage the children? And why would you just not allow children to not be exposed to any sexual content
Right.
in the form of a character or a form of a cartoon?
Yeah.
If you wasn't trying to condition the next generation of children to be LGBTQIA.
Let the children be the children.
You want the next generation of children to be homosexuals and lesbians.
Wow.
Now, this is a fact.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Because they're telling you that one of the most powerful entertainment entities and media entities in the world is going to push more global content consisting of homosexuality. All this is getting out of control.
It is, yeah.
Remember when they were just talking about we just want to go to the bathroom?
Uh-huh.
And then it went from that to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, to more, to more, to more. I'm not with it.
Are you done? Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry. But these are some real
Even letting them
stories
have
that
sexual
we
identity surgery at 13 years old. Yeah, I agree. All right.
What they say?
She's saying even letting them have sexual identity surgery at 13 years old, you're not even supposed to have, having sex.
Oh, man, we're going to go in on this subject, right? So the call was part of Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow campaign. So let's talk about that a little bit, right?
Okay, what is
Walt Disney now has a Reimagine Tomorrow campaign.
And why do you have to say it like
that?
You don't have to exaggerate like that. Just read the story.
Let me read this right.
You don't want people imagining the wrong thing
I want to paint
either.
this picture that they because Disney try to paint this.
I understand. I ain't gonna want to go back to Disney World after this story.
I'm trying to get you to reimagine tomorrow campaign.
Look,
and when you reimagine tomorrow, the world is gonna be lesbian, gay, bisexual.
I don't want to imagine that. No,
queer, intersex, and there'll be asexual people when you reimagine tomorrow.
Sick and
the
sad.
world, they're changing the definition of tomorrow, and they're coming with a campaign so that we can look at tomorrow and reimagine it in a different way. And the world tomorrow that's being reimagined by Disney is a homosexual world where anything goes. Your children can have sex at 2 and 3 and 4 years old. You can be in love with little boys and little girls. Boys can be girls. Girls can be boys.
And everybody can just
you
be
pansexual and just have sex with anybody. And our children are going to be conditioned to live this life, and we're going to reimagine a sexual world
going wild. After dark.
Why is this in there? This is of the devil.
You just took the words out of my mouth.
What? And these are, and again, oh my God.
It's demonic and it's sick.
I can go deeper into this, right? But the call was a part of Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow campaign. According to the video posted on Twitter Tuesday, its website promises that 50% of regular and reoccurring characters across the Disney universe will come from underrepresented groups. So they use this like, we're going to put more Black people in this. We're going to put more Hispanic people in it. We're going to put more Asian people in it. But it's all under the context of creating more gay content. So yeah, you're gonna have more representation of Black people, but the Black person gonna be a transgender. Come on.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have more Asian people, but they're gonna be queer.
So
in the cartoon.
So they're putting a color on it now?
What I'm saying is that they're saying that they want to be more inclusive of all underrepresented groups.
Right.
But what they're really saying is that we're gonna use the underrepresented groups who haven't had a lot of who have not been seen a lot in our movies. They're saying we're gonna have more Black people, more Asian people, more Hispanic people, but we're gonna have more gay people.
Oh.
But I'm saying all of these groups that they're gonna have more
Mhm.
inclusivity,
Mhm.
they're gonna make those characters gay. So they're gonna increase the inclusion of different races, and then they're gonna mix that with making them gay, transgender, queer, bisexual, asexual, pansexual. Everything's gonna be sexual, 50% sexually oriented. Come on, man. Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
So listen,
Mhm.
I'm almost done.
All
Sorry.
right. Go ahead.
The Disney honcho said she had been dismayed to learn from a colleague that the company only had a handful of queer lead characters in its content. And I went, what? That can't be true, Burke said. I realized it's actually true. We have many, many LGBTQIA characters in our stories, and yet we don't have enough leads and narratives in which gay characters just get to be characters and not have to be about gay stories. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna finish this up. During the same call Monday, another Disney employee noted how the company has also eliminated the use of gender pronouns throughout its theme parks last summer as a part of inclusivity efforts. So now there are no male characters, there are no female characters. There, you can't say he, you can't say she.
Yes. Yes.
What the?
I heard about that.
Now we've eliminated the gender pronoun.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't even identify that
who you are
a man or a woman, or they don't acknowledge you. You don't even be acknowledged as a gender no more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is this what we want in our community? Is this what we pushing for? Are we gonna let Walt Disney reimagine us to a world of no gender, no man, no woman? Everybody just do anything to each other sexually, and your children are part of it. Yep. Your 2-year-old, your 3-year-old, your 4-year-old, your 5-year-old, your 6-year-old is sexually activated now through Walt Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Last summer, we removed all gender greetings in relationships to our live spills. Disney Diversity and Inclusion Manager Vivian Ware said on a call, so we no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's hello everyone or hello friends.
I wonder how sales gonna be after all of this.
Man, look, the thing is that they're targeting the children. Yes. So they're trying to grow a new generation
Absolutely.
On homosexuality. So they ain't even thinking about us who got the old mentality, the traditional mentality.
Right, I get that.
They're automatically jumping over us and attacking the minds of the youth.
Absolutely. But I'm wondering how sales are going to be after all this jump off, though. That's
because I ain't never going to Walt Disney. I don't want to see no gay Mickey Mouse.
Hello, everybody.
I don't want to see no homosexual Bugs Bunny.
Hello, friends. Come on now.
Look, and then a bunch of characters.
Yeah, right. Rubbing all on you. Rubbing all on you. Can I get a picture? And there's a man under there rubbing all on you, Dennis.
You don't know a Bugs Bunny, a girl or a boy.
Absolutely.
Bugs Bunny pansexual. I don't want no parts of that, man.
Absolutely.
I'm done.
It's a sad, as I said, it's a sad situation, y'all.
Daffy Duck, you know what I'm saying? It's
weird.
Oh, reimagine. We're gonna reimagine this.
Parents,
right?
You got to reimagine your vacation spot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Disney is now in the process of changing recorded messages in parks to match the inclusivity push. We are no longer, like I said, no longer, ladies and gentlemen. We no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, where continue. We say dreamers of all ages.
Of all ages.
All the gay ages we want you to dream about.
Dennis, you didn't have to say that.
Basically.
Say gay ages.
I'm just saying.
Sad,
the new push aimed at inclusivity, this is the word, comes as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation that bans Florida teachers from discussing LGBTQ topics like sexual orientation or gender identity with students unless they're in the 4th grade or higher, right? Disney has denounced the new law and vowed to fight to repeal
Mhm.
it. So you have a governor, a
Right.
Republican governor
That's right.
in the state of Florida that says you cannot introduce sexual information to a child that's not in the 4th grade. He has to be at least in the 4th grade before you start to talk to him about sex. The Republican governor,
Right.
DeSantis,
Mhm.
has signed signed a bill into law that says that you cannot introduce my kindergarten child, my 1st grade child, my 2nd grade child, my 3rd grade child you cannot provide sexual information to my child about my child's gender or my child's sexuality. You cannot say these things to my child if you're the teacher. That information, if a parent wants their
Mhm.
child to know anything about sexuality, you have to allow that parent to communicate
That's
that
right.
message to that child.
Mhm.
You cannot do this in schools.
Right.
Teacher is not a teacher's job
Mhm.
to teach a kindergartner about what sex is supposed to be.
Right. Right.
The governor is signed a bill into law
Mhm.
that says if you do that, the parent will be able to sue the school district,
Right.
and there'll be penalties. And Walt Disney said that they're going to fight to do everything they can to repeal the law that says that a school can introduce sexuality to your child in kindergarten. So Walt Disney is fighting to introduce sexual gay
So
content
they trying to push it.
to your kindergarten, to your child. And they're fighting against the governor
Yeah. Right.
who
right.
just simply said,
Mhm.
don't introduce my child to something sexual and he's in kindergarten.
Right. Kindergarten and 1st grade.
Don't introduce
Yeah,
my child to something sexual and he's in the 1st grade.
Mhm. Okay.
Don't introduce my child to being a queer or a bisexual
Mhm.
and he's in the 3rd grade.
Right.
Don't tell my son that he could be a girl, or don't tell my daughter she could be a boy
Oh
and they're in
God.
kindergarten. What? So,
All right.
but Walt Disney
Yeah.
is denouncing the new law. And they say, our goal as a company is for this law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts. And we remain committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that. The statement came after some Disney employees staged walkouts and held protests against the Don't Say Gay bill that's now law in the Sunshine State.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
I'm going to leave it at that. This story is a lot more, but I'm going to leave it at that.
It's a sad situation. Though.
Now, look, you got to laugh to keep from crying.
And getting
But do you
mad
understand-
and
yeah.
getting
But do you
yeah.
understand that there's an agenda to turn the world out into becoming more homosexuals? Do you understand that this is a specific agenda to make your make your children transgenders?
Mhm. As they grow up, it's gonna get worse.
One of the biggest media, one of the number
Yes.
one media outlets and entertainment
Mhm.
outlets in the world
Yes, for
is
sure.
working to make your child a transgender.
Yep. Mhm. Yep. That's what they're pushing now. That's what they want.
Or bisexual
Mm-hmm.
or pansexual.
Yeah.
Why do they feel such the need to be a trillion, probably close to $1 trillion media entity that has this much power and this much influence all over the world?
Man.
Why is their focus to make your child something that they wanted your child to be?
And not what they want to be. What if they don't want to be?
Why is it why do they feel that it's their responsibility?
Right, but what if they don't want to be that way?
Right, but why is it just hypothetically?
Yeah, I get it.
Why are they taking on the responsibility
Right,
of orientating your child sexually?
right.
Why wouldn't they respect the right of a parent to choose what direction they want their child to go in and raise their children up with their own values that they want their child to go in?
Right.
They're creating a value system that they want to supersede
What's going to happen
or
is,
replace your role as a parent.
but I think what's going to happen in Florida is those parents gonna pull their children out of school and they're gonna
Yes.
start homeschool.
This is why it's important.
They're gonna start
This is why
homeschool
we
watch.
need. This is why we need more
Mhm.
charter schools.
and
This is why we
homeschool.
need more choice schools,
Mhm.
and this is why we need more homeschool.
The choice
for
is
for this
look,
reason right here.
the choice school is homeschool.
Yes.
You
This
know?
is you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then what they're doing now,
Mhm.
the governor. So Walt Disney
Mhm.
is his own government. It's his
Wow.
own governmental
Yeah.
body,
Yeah, yeah.
meaning that they can do
Anything.
things that a government can do.
Right.
They can pass their own laws.
So they can
do-
actually overrule that law that they're trying to.
No, they're trying to, but
They're
I'm
trying
saying that within the contents of Walt Disney, they can act as a government.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
They have all this power, but they were also a nonprofit.
Wow.
So they were making all of this money all of these years, and they didn't even have to pay taxes. So what the governor did was
Mhm.
restricted. He took their privileges away till now they being taxed.
Yes. Okay.
So it's like this big war between the state of Florida and Walt Disney
okay.
World.
Right.
And all because Walt Disney World wants to be in support and back through laws and legislation
Mhm.
and through media and through entertainment, pushing a homosexual agenda into the world that we can reimagine the world in a more homosexual way,
Yeah.
in a more transgender way, in a more asexual way, in a more pansexual way.
Mm-mm.
Why is this their agenda?
Definitely don't want to imagine that.
So
At
I'm
all.
gonna leave it at that.
30 minutes
Sorry,
after
y'all.
the
I just had to
hour
get that out.
of 1:00 p.m.
I'm just
That's sad.
saying.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. Oh, what did Portia say? Oh,
This
she
is-
said they're gonna bully them. I'm sure, and you're not going to be able to work there or anywhere unless you accept their agenda.
unless you gay.
Unless you are transgender. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Again,
So they pushing
Yeah.
all straight people just out.
out the yeah. If you
ain't
if you ain't gay, you can't stay. It's just the truth.
Dude, hey,
You
there's
know?
a real attack on
Yes.
who we are as people.
If you ain't gay, you can't stay with no pay. How about that? It's just the way it is.
You are tuned in to the Soul of the City, where we talk about these issues.
Yeah, and this is a
We are
major
our soul of the
issue
city.
because we love our kids. We love little kids.
Yeah, so do Walt Disney.
Yeah,
They love the kids.
they do.
Ain't
hey,
that sick?
It is sick.
Because the only thing they saying is
It's
that they
sick
want to
and
have
it's
sex
sad.
with kids. I don't
Mm.
care what. Oh, and let's get to Dwayne Wade.
Oh, when we
Let's
come
take a
back.
break, and then we're gonna come right back
When we come back,
to the agenda.
keep it here. Dennis, where you been? I've been looking for you.
What's going on, Sister Sarai? You know I've been around.
Been around where?
Here, there, everywhere.
Guess what time it is,
What
though?
time is it?
It's time for the Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show.
I mean, what's that?
You know exactly what that is. Quit playing. It's our new radio show, sponsored by Higher Dimension Radio, hosted by me, yours truly, Sister Soraya, and you, Brother Dennis Walton.
Well, it's about time. I mean, you know the whole world been watching and ready for our return.
Well, we can let them know that the wait is over, because we're about to give them what they need and what they want, so you better be ready.
Ready for what, Sister Soraya?
Ready for news, information, stimulating conversation, great gospel music, and a whole lot more every magnificent Monday from noon until 3 p.m.
Well, that time has finally come, so you can start your week off with Soul of the City, the world's #1 gospel radio show, hosted by Sister Soraya and me, Brother Dennis Walton, sponsored by HD Radio, where you can imagine more.
Oh, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and our website, hdmediagrp.com.
It's HD Radio, where you can imagine more.
All right, we're back on the Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show inside this blessed Monday afternoon, 38 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock p.m. Thank you all so much for tuning in with us, rocking and rolling with us since 12:15 p.m. Talking about these bad kids. No, we talking about the bad kids. We talking about
the
state of mind that these kids,
the state of mind that the
world are about to have with these kids, I should say.
And we're talking about reimagining a gayer world.
We need to plead the blood of Jesus over these
Reimagining
children.
a world of more transgenders, more lesbians,
Plead
more
the
homosexuals,
blood. Let
more
me tell you.
queers.
Let me just look. Can I just put a state of address out, Dennis, right quick? A state of emergency. A state of emergency coming from the Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show. Plead the blood over your children right now. Because if it's happening in Florida,
it's happening all over.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna soon happen all over.
And it's Obama's fault. He opened up the whole can of gay worms.
God, Dennis.
He did. Only thing Obama gave black people was homosexuality.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about hey Keisha, doggone, I done missed the show again. What y'all talking about right now? What we talking about right now, Dennis? We're talking about
reimagining the world and making it gayer. And when you look at the world of tomorrow, Walt Disney wants to make your children transgender, gay, homosexual,
and might I add,
asexual, bisexual,
yes,
pansexual, and intersex.
And did you say pansexual? Did you say
Pansexual.
that? Yeah, whatever that means. Keisha, can you look up that word for me? Yeah, Keisha, she's my dictionary.
Yeah.
Look up pansexual. We're trying to figure out what that means. Pansexual.
but whatever it means.
But yes, whatever it means, it's a mess.
Walt
Whatever
Disney
it means.
wants
Yes.
you to reimagine. Walt Disney is going to increase its homosexual and gay LGBTQIA content by over 50%.
In
Have
cartoons.
more transgender, gay, homosexual, bisexual, asexual characters.
Mhm.
They're going to increase the characters by 50%
Mhm.
by the end of the year.
In cartoons.
And Walt Disney
Right.
wants to be able to teach your children to be transgenders, gay, homosexual, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, intersex when they're in kindergarten.
Dennis. Yes. Goodness.
That's what Walt Disney want to do. They
Right.
want to teach your children how
So-
to be gayer in kindergarten. They want to introduce your children to sex,
Right.
homosexual sex,
There we go.
heterosexual sex,
Pansexual, not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Gender
Just do it to
identity.
anybody.
That's
Anything.
that's pansexual.
You see a bird? Hey, bird, let's do it.
Dennis.
They're gonna be doing it with birds next.
Dennis.
You can't even say you a man or a woman no more.
You can.
No, they're erasing it.
You can.
Society is erasing gender.
Yes, I can.
You know that's all democratic, right?
I
If
know
you
it
understand it
is.
politically,
I get it.
you know that's a whole democratic agenda.
Biblically, I know who I am.
You would think.
I am.
I am. Just stay there. Stay there.
I know who I am.
I'm gonna say what I am.
I
Are
know
you a
who I
man or a
am.
woman?
I am. Because he is, I
So they
am.
want to get rid of the pronoun.
That's it.
I am.
I am she, her, Soraya.
You ain't it.
No. I know.
You ain't it or they.
No, I'm she, her.
Mm. I'm sure.
Sad, yes.
I don't know.
You better recognize.
Man, I reimagined it. If I reimagine the world
Reimagine you calling me
let me
they.
see.
Yeah.
What are you? You it.
Yeah, reimagine.
I reimagine you.
Reimagine. Yeah. Reimagine me not going to Disney World. No. How about that? How about that?
They so bogus.
Yeah.
They so bogus. So with that being said, like I said,
Hold on. Meanwhile, a pansexual person may be attracted to men, women, non-binary people, and people of any other gender identity.
So not animals.
Not animals.
It's non-binary.
Well, there you go. Do that bird, Dennis. Huh?
Oh, little birdie. I love you, little birdie.
Whatever you do in the comfort of your own home, that's your business. I don't care what you do.
Hey, what's up with this rabbit? Hey, little rabbit. I like you.
Whatever you do in the comfort of your own home, that's your
They want you to
business.
be able to just
That's
do
that's
anything.
that's your property and your problem.
If you want to be in love with a rabbit and
Yeah.
have a relationship with a rabbit,
It's
you
really-
be pansexual.
It's
or
really,
queer.
yeah. It's
That's what they saying.
all right. So did y'all hear about this other story about Dwayne Wade and his 14-year-old son?
Yeah, the story is a little bit old, but we haven't been on in a
No,
while.
it's just about a week old. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's about a week
It's,
old.
it's I can't,
Um,
let me make it clear.
Dennis.
I can't stand Dwayne Wade or Gabrielle Union. I mean, everybody got a right to live their life, but there's no way.
I'm not going to show it.
No, show it.
No, I have
show
it
it.
right here, Dennis, on my laptop.
Show it. I'm telling you, show it.
So there is an article you can go on to.
They out of order.
You can Google it.
They out of order.
They have of course their son, of 14 years old.
So I put a picture of visual, reimagine.
I don't want people to imagine that.
Look, pull the picture up. If you can pull it up. But anyways, in the meanwhile, Dwayne Wade, as y'all know, or if you don't know,
Yeah.
First of all, Dwayne Wade was having, let's go back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He had this big custody battle with his wife. He left his wife and to be with Gabrielle Union.
Mm-hmm.
During the time when he was separating from his wife, he created a narrative that his wife was unfit to raise their children,
Mm-hmm.
right? And because of his money and because of his power
Yeah.
and because of his influence, he was able to convince the courts to give him sole custody or full custody, somewhere along the lines of full custody or sole custody of his children, and eliminate the mother to a great extent as far as her role in her children's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, his youngest son is a transgender.
Mm-hmm.
He's allowed his youngest son to think that he is no longer a boy, but he is a girl. And then he's also allowed his youngest son to change his name from Zion to Zaza, to Zaya. Is that it? Zaza or Zaya?
Yeah, something like that.
Zaya.
Yeah.
He's allowed his son to change his name from Zion
Zaya.
to Zaya.
Yeah. Zaya.
Yeah, Zaya.
Yeah.
Zaya. Oh my God. I can't even. What is it? Zaza.
Zaya.
Zaya. Right. So this man let his son transform him from a boy to a girl.
Yeah.
He's allowed that Hollywood influence and the influence of a Gabrielle Union to allow him to change his son or influence his son to stop thinking that he a boy and to start thinking that he a girl. Then they done promoted this transgender boy all over America, from Michelle Obama to all on the news and all on the talk shows, and then him just coming out constantly promoting his son as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
This black man is promoting his son as a transgender woman.
Can y'all
He's
see
been
that?
doing this since the boy was like 7 years old, right?
Can y'all see that photo?
So now they come out with a picture
Yeah.
of them, a family photo
Mm-hmm.
of his black son,
Yeah.
who is a transgender.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had the sexual surgery,
Right.
but he's transformed in his mind that
Mhm.
he's no longer a young boy,
Right.
but he's a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have him in a relationship with this white boy
That's right.
who is really a girl. Allegedly, the boy that he kissing is a girl who changed herself
Mhm.
into a boy.
Right.
So you got these kids sitting up here confused, and you're allowing your son to promote, and you're exploiting your son to push a homosexual, gay, LGBTQIA agenda. Because you are homosexual behind the scenes.
Mhm.
If you ask me, if you allowing your son to live like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
If this is the value in your home
Right.
as a black man,
Mm-hmm.
that you sit here and let this woman turn out you and your family, because you wasn't promoting this before you met her. Then you get married to Gabrielle Union,
And now it's okay.
and
now he's
you allow
accepting
this
it.
woman to influence your son.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've seen a lot of women purposely target young men
Mhm.
and encourage them to be homosexuals and gay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of black women that's encouraging our sons to be their best girlfriend instead of promoting the man or the masculinity in them. So you sit here and you convince this man and his son that it's okay to live this Hollywood lifestyle.
Yeah.
And as a man, your simp behind sit here and push this agenda with your son. Even if your son is this, why are you promoting it and why are you exploiting it for the whole world to see? And then your black son your black son is a transgender who thinks that he's a black girl now,
Well,
and he's dating a white boy who is really a white girl.
That's
And
confusing.
so they still a boy and a girl.
Mixed
They still a boy and a girl.
Right.
It's just the boy think he a girl and the girl
think
he
he a boy. Right. Mm-hmm. Confused.
Come on now.
Confused
And we're gonna sit here
Yeah.
and act as though this is not a hidden agenda.
Demonic agenda.
Because even if it's so, why would you put a picture out there that promotes it? Why do we have to know that your son is having sex with a transgender girl or boy? Why do we have to know that your son is a transgender? Why are they kissing in the mouth
Mm-mm.
at 14 years old? When we was kids, ain't no way our parents would promote no mess like that. I don't care whether who you was with, girlfriend, boyfriend, all of that. Your parents wasn't allowing you to be kissing all in the mouth.
That wasn't even right. Yeah.
You're supposed to be a child in school playing basketball, playing baseball, doing your homework, getting ready for college.
That wasn't even on our minds.
That ain't even supposed to be being a transgender, a homosexual, and a bisexual, and all of this stuff should not even be on your mind as a child unless someone's putting those thoughts in your head. You should be actively involved in growing your intellect, your understanding of who you're becoming in the world. Like I said, involved in all type of activities to build you up as a youth, so that you can be a strong adult. Not sitting here pushing sex, homosexual sex, heterosexual sex, pansexual sex, asexual sex. Sex shouldn't even be a part of the equation.
Absolutely not.
But as a black man in particular, I'm so just to watch him push this narrative with this black woman, and then y'all just going all the way with it. I'm done. I'm done.
That's sad.
I'm done.
All
between Walt Disney and Dwayne Wade, we got some problems.
All right. Let's go to our comments. Keisha said, why do you think, or is it fact that this way is influenced by Gabrielle to allow this to happen? Have to be careful with accusation.
Allegedly.
Okay. All right. There you have it.
And that's my own opinion. But why? Well, let's go to the question. Why is that the question that you have, opposed to the lifestyle that you see that this black couple is promoting in our community? This black couple of influence in our community who are whether it's her or him.
Why is it acceptable?
Have allowed this to be the image of what their black family is. So why is the question that you're asking me about my accusation instead of the observation? Because I'm just having an observation. It's just my opinion. And I've just followed how they have can come into being a family because it's been in the public. So that's my opinion. But your comment is more towards me saying she was part of the influence, opposed to the actual image of what both of them are presenting, whether he has done it or she has done it. He's a simp for allowing it to be, and she, what kind of woman is she if this is what they're promoting their children to be? And even if this is happening, why does it have to be public? If your child is this, why are you allowing the child to be exploited, whether it's her or him? That's my question.
All right. 52 minutes after the hour, 1:00 p.m. All right, Dennis, not sure if you heard about this other situation about this child taking tequila to school. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not far-fetched.
Well, the baby didn't know. She didn't know until she shared it with the friends. And they started feeling woozy and dizzy after they started taking some sips of drink.
How old were they?
They were in kindergarten. The baby got out.
We want the kids to be gay in kindergarten, not
and drunk
in kindergarten.
Yeah. So,
dude.
Yeah, we got to pray for our children. Like I said, we got to plead the blood over our kids, our children.
But just as a community,
it's serious, y'all.
I can speak in the term of black community, but just as a community, I don't think it's really a color thing. But what are we doing?
And where are we going?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Are we just gonna let the world just turn us out? Are we just gonna allow everything and anything and not have no moral compass or no value base that we come from, no standard?
Yeah.
Anything that the world puts out, we just become it. Man, we are bad. That's just like crazy, man. And I know it's not everybody, but this is a real agenda that's being pushed.
It is. Yeah.
And for anybody not to push back against this, man, it's just sad. It's biblical.
Yes,
that,
it is.
You know, our minds are being just taken over and turned out to where we just sit here and we allow anything. If you look at the fact that our community in particular has been purposely and strategically destroyed, And the first thing that they did to strategically destroy the black family is to remove the black man.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in a house and that's on Section 8 or in projects or on welfare or anything, the first requirement is that you cannot have a black man
In the
house
home.
with you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you dismantle a family by taking away the male figure and the male authority in that family? Let's evaluate the dysfunction that has occurred from them strategically creating that type of scenario and that type of system and that type of construct for us to live in. Now here we are 50 years later of black men being removed from the home, and our children are transgender, homosexual, bisexual, queer, asexual, intersex,
yes,
all of these different things.
And I
but
noticed,
they're not the things that a father will promote.
And do you notice, like when I used to work in social service years ago, and I used to go to court with some of the youth, and the first question the judge would ask, and I'm sure you would know, Dennis, the first question the judge would ask is, where's the father?
Where's the father?
Where's the father?
Right.
And there couldn't be, there was no answer.
Yeah.
Don't know. Locked up.
Yeah.
Not around. Not in the home.
Right.
Which is why this youth is in the situation that he or she is in right now. Because they don't have, in some cases, they don't have the guidance that,
I mean, just the power and the influence of a two-parent household to where you have a mother and a father in that house who raises you, who loves you, who takes care of you. The father shows the men how to be men. The mother shows the girls, young ladies how to be women. The father shows the young women how men are supposed to treat young women. The mother shows the young man how young men are supposed to be treated by women. The natural function of the nuclear family, right? The natural function.
The traditional way. Right.
The traditional value of family.
Absolutely. It's supposed to be a man and woman, and
where a male
and a female. Right.
Come together and have a child.
Right.
If that child is a male or a female, the male's role is to influence the male child on what he's supposed to do to become a male. The mother nurtures the male child and helps the male child understand what a woman is supposed to be. A female child that comes into this world is supposed to be trained to be a woman by her mother. But she's also supposed to learn from her father how men are supposed to treat her.
Right.
So the role that a mother has on a son and a daughter is just as important as the role that a father has on a daughter and son, right? Both are important. A father becomes critical in the personal development and self-development of a daughter, just like he's critical in the personal and self-development of a son. A mother is critical in her role in helping a male child develop, just like she's critical in the role of helping a female child develop. This is the natural balance of the family, to produce life and to bring forth life. Now, all of these other things that are being promoted simply to confuse you and to change the narrative of natural life. Now we're moving away from all natural things. And then anybody who has pushback on it is a person, in my opinion, who's been infected or affected by this psychological construct that they've been pushing to change the narrative of how we think about natural family.
Right.
And why is that important? Because there are those of us who still feel a certain kind of way about the natural family.
The traditional way.
The traditional family.
Yes.
And our values are not that of homosexual, bisexual, transgender, queer, asexual, or pansexual, or intersex people.
Right. That's true. Duh.
You know what I'm saying? So if their values are going to be promoted and encouraged at the rate that they are, then I'm going to promote my values.
You have a right to. You still have a right
And that's
to.
not what I want in my life. And that's
Right.
not the influence that I want of my children.
Mhm.
And that's not the type of environment that I choose to be in.
That's right.
Now, do I believe that whatever sexuality aspect of a person chooses, that they deserve respect? Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Because they're a human being.
Mm-hmm. Not
And we
saying.
have to, I don't care what a person's sexual preference is,
Mm-hmm.
all human beings deserve to be respected.
I don't have to accept it, but I yeah, you're
I
right.
don't have to accept that in my life.
Right.
But
Mhm.
should a person be discriminated against
Mhm.
or treated different or hurt or harmed or denied anything because they decide to have sex with a bird?
Mm.
That's on them. They want to have bird sex, that's on them. They're
Dennis.
still a human being.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you want to have
Okay.
boy sex and girl sex with little kids and little children, I got a problem with you
Mm-hmm. A whole other situation.
personally.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're gonna tell me that you're gonna teach my child, my boy child, to be a girl, if you're telling me that you're gonna teach my girl child to be a boy, if you're telling me that you're gonna teach my child what you want them to think about sex, then I got a problem with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to talk to my kindergarten child and tell my son that it's okay for him to be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk to my kindergarten daughter and tell her it's okay for her to be a boy. There's
Yeah.
nothing cool about that
Yeah.
in my traditional sense of thinking.
All right. 1 minute after the hour of 2:00 p.m. Hey, don't forget to go to our website. You can also listen live on our website as well at hdmediagrp.com. And also don't forget to download the app as well today. It is free. All right. HD radio online on your mobile device. All right. Dennis, what's in that cup?
Don't worry about what's in my cup. What's in my cup is in my cup. Like Lil Wayne, my cup. Don't worry about what's in my cup.
It better be water or coffee.
Look, now,
Don't
if they can
bring
do all this stuff, no stuff,
alcohol in
don't
my
be tripping.
studio.
I can put whatever I want in my cup. If they can be asexual, transgender, all
That's
intersex-
them.
So again, don't be tripping on what's in my cup.
I'm trying to get you to go to church every day like me. Okay?
Look, you say go to church every day like you.
Right. So what's in that
I
cup?
am the church.
Oh, here we go.
The church is your temple. It's not
I
it's not the brick
know.
and mortar.
Oh, here
It's
we
not
go.
behind the wall.
I didn't say
The
that.
sanctuary is right here.
Oh,
in your body.
here we
You got to carry
go.
Christ with you everywhere you go.
Oh,
You got to
God.
have him inside and out, not outside and in.
You better preach.
Yeah.
You need to come into the building to say that.
No, you got to go out amongst them and get amongst them
And then come into the building and
and
say that.
fellowship with them. You got to go where they at.
You just
You
scared.
got to be where they are.
You just scared.
Just Y'all scared.
You
of
just
the
scared.
wilderness.
Nobody's scared.
I'm in the wilderness.
Whatever, right. You stay on out there. Stay bound out. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. I have a food alert
Food alert. Food alert.
on one of my used to be favorite cereals that I don't eat anymore. When we come back, we're going to talk about it. All right. Keep it here. Be right back right after this. Keep it here.
HD Graphic Design and Print, where they provide innovative and quality designs. They provide custom business cards, flyers, obituaries, event tickets, t-shirts, banners, and more. They are the one-stop shop for all your graphic designs and printing needs. Call today at 414-699-7729. That's 414-699-7729. Or visit them on the web at hdmediagrp.com. HD Graphic and Print. Let them make your next event a memorable one. It's HD Graphic Design and Print, where they provide...
And we are back on the Solar City Gospel Radio Show. All right, 9 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock p.m., Dennis is having an anxiety attack on whatever is in that cup.
Man,
it must be burning his chest.
No, man,
So,
all this stuff that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Woo! I don't know if I could take it. My heart ain't strong enough for all this.
Stop drinking.
Ooh. Ooh.
Stop drinking. It'll be
Ooh.
strong enough.
Ooh, y'all pray for me.
Yeah,
Y'all pray for me. Pray for Brother Dennis.
Give your heart to God. It'll
Hey,
be strong
Keisha, you know I love you.
enough.
With all my heart, with all my weak heart.
With your 50-year-old heart.
my heart ain't 50, it's 47. Okay. I've been nice to you today. My 50-year-old heart.
Woo!
Yeah, all right. you enjoyed that one.
I did.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Dennis, did you hear about the Lucky Charms?
Oh man, look, that was set up from the beginning. Maybe the rainbow with all the colors.
Yeah.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
What? We should have knew it. I never liked Lucky Charms.
Yeah, rainbow. Oh, rainbow.
I never liked Lucky Charms.
I love Lucky
No,
Charms.
That's the gayest cereal ever.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Don't make me get my pastor on you. Oh, Keisha, let me get my pastor husband on you, Dennis. You better leave
I
my
don't
husband
want no smoke.
No more, no problems.
Oh,
All right.
family.
So Lucky Charms has caused illnesses, y'all. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, I bet.
More than 100 complaints about the General Mills surgery breakfast has caused nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea.
Man, look.
Yeah.
What?
Over 100 complaints about this cereal.
What?
Yes.
What? Why did Lucky Charms just automatically start causing people to have diarrhea?
Yeah. And being nauseous and vomiting and yeah. People getting sick off of
I
it now.
never, ever liked Lucky Charms.
I love Lucky Charms.
Mm-hmm. I like Captain Crunch. I like
Wait, I like peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I like Fruity Pebbles though.
Oh, so you fruity now, huh?
I like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, because you fruity. Okay.
Oh, now you want to call see? There
Well,
you go. Now you challenging my
but
gender.
you saying Lucky
Charms? challenging my gender.
No, but you said
and
Lucky.
my sexuality.
You said Lucky
'cause I like
Charms.
Fruity Pebbles.
But you said Lucky Charms was the gay.
I said
Lucky
it was
Charms.
the gayest cereal because it got
Well,
the gay leprechaun on there, the
What's up?
rainbow.
Well, Fruity Pebbles is
No,
fruity.
Fruity Pebbles, that's Flintstones.
Well, he about to be gay.
Fred Flintstone, Fruity Pebbles, and
He about to be.
nah, man.
At the end of the year, he about to be.
Look, we can't be making these kind of comments and jokes about the cereal and stuff.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you.
But you
Keisha,
just gonna have
said, "Let me go through mine right quick." Yeah.
Because I like Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
I gotta be gay.
I ain't say that.
or transsexual
No,
or
dude.
transgender
Eat your
or
fruity pebbles. Eat your
asexual
fruity
or
pebbles.
bisexual or queer
A
or
plant.
intersex.
No, Dennis, I'm not saying. I'm just
Oh,
reading the
okay.
story. I'm just talking about my cereal. For I'm not gonna say for dieting purposes.
Because you don't be dieting.
Hush, Dennis. I knew you was gonna say that. I don't buy cereal. I don't buy cereal anymore.
No, but my favorite cereal was Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch, cinnamon. What's the cinnamon ones?
That's a drink. You right?
No, it was the cinnamon ones.
You're right, Keisha. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Golden Grams. That was my favorite.
Oh.
Golden Grams.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
So when you had the munchies, you eat Golden Grams.
Crispy.
Okay.
What's the ones? Dang, the bowl of cereal used to be the crispy ones. It was brown.
The Golden Crisp.
Was that what that was? I forgot. But yeah.
You're thinking too hard about these cereals.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops, okay.
It's like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
But they tear up your mouth.
Yeah, they do.
you eat Captain Crunch and Fruit Loops, the whole top of your mouth be
brittle. Man, that stuff be hurting, but you keep eating though, don't you?
Oh man, you gotta let them sit in the milk a little while because you still want them crispy, but you don't want them to tear up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, it be hurting.
There's a whole science to that.
Yeah, but you gotta drink, but when you do that, you gotta make sure the milk is real cold.
See, I don't even drink milk no more.
I don't either, but I'm saying with the
my
cereal.
My taste buds burn out. I can't even drink milk.
Man, leave the alcohol alone. All right, so
too much
alcohol.
Coffee.
All right. That better be coffee in that cup.
Hey, if the LGBTQ could do what they want, I can have whatever I want in my cup.
All right, so it says here the Lucky Charms. It brings on if you're nauseous, projectile vomiting, painful stomach pains, headache, and chills.
Dang.
These have been the complaints that people have been complaining to General Mills.
Dang. That's dangerous.
And they recommend you throw Lucky Charms away.
Who still eats Lucky Charms anyways?
Well, people still buying them, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I'm like,
yeah.
When the last time you seen somebody buy some Lucky Charms?
I'm not at the store 24/7, so I'm not.
You be at the store 24/7. Every time I talk to you at the store, that's like 4 times a week.
Keep going. I can't.
Quit lying.
Keep going.
Okay, I quit.
I know you quit. Just setting it up. I got you.
Oh, you started it.
I got you.
Oh, my heart 50 years old.
I got you. Yeah. So that's the food alert, y'all.
Food alert. So avoid Lucky Charms.
Avoid Lucky Charms. Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm telling you, I used to love Lucky Charms. I'm telling you, yeah. It says cereals have been recalled in the past. In 2018, more than 70 people in 31 states fell ill as a result. And Kellogg's Honey Smack cereal as well.
Yeah,
did you like Honey Smacks?
That's what I was trying to get.
That's what it was? Honey Smacks. Okay.
Honey Smacks.
Yeah.
I used to like them too.
All right. In 2015, General Mills recalled 1.8 million boxes of Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios produced at a plant in Lodi, California, saying the cereal was labeled gluten-free, but actually contained wheat.
It's crazy because I got a story that I want to read.
And I used to love, wait a minute. I let you read your story?
No, I'm saying that relates to what you're talking about.
Okay. I used to love Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios.
And every other box of cereal. Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. You like
what are you doing?
You're like a cereal tester.
Don't worry about what I am.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Did you say I'm a cereal tester? We have a box, but I guess I will toss it. Yeah, Keisha, toss it. I don't want the kids.
What you got? A box of what?
Lucky Charms.
Get rid of them Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I don't want the kids or Elwood to get sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there is a recall. That's sad. Somebody ain't on their job. I'm sorry. Somebody's not on their job. Because why is Lucky Charms being recalled? That's just out the box. So, also in 2018, the Quaker Oats Company issued a voluntary recall of a small quantity of Captain Crunch. Wait, oh, that's 2018. Captain Crunch quantity, Captain Crunch peanut butter crunch cereal due to the potential presence of salmonella.
I mean, they're just infecting everything.
Yeah, they're infecting children, infecting cereal.
They're infecting everything, right?
Yeah.
And so look, so that leads into this story that I'm going to talk about right here.
That's
So,
sad, y'all.
because I've been wanting to talk about, they say scientists find microplastics in blood for the first time. Okay. Scientists have discovered microplastics in human blood for the first time, warning that the ubiquitous particles could also be making their way into our organs. Now, for those of us who've been studying health, we've been knowing this for a long time. That's why you're not supposed to really use plastic with nothing that you do. You're supposed to use glass, right?
Okay.
If you want to be all the way healthy.
Okay,
But
when you say that, use plastic in terms of what?
And plastic storing your food,
Okay.
drinking water,
Yeah.
anything that has to do with food, you should not use plastic. You should use glass because the plastic particles
You get into the food.
Get into the food, and then the plastic gets into your blood, and then it causes and then as it flows through your blood, it affects your organs in different kind of way and create different sicknesses. This has been happening ever since plastic has become the standard for packaging.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
But again, now they've studied the effects of it and what it's done to the body by us consuming plastic.
Yeah.
So the tiny pieces of mostly invisible plastic have already been found almost everywhere else on Earth, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, as well as in the air, soil, and food chain. Plastic is in your food. Okay. There's a Dutch study published in the Environment International Journal on Thursday examined blood samples from 22 anonymous healthy volunteers and found microplastics in nearly 80% of them. Half of the blood samples showed traces of PET, plastic widely used to make drink bottles, while more than a third had polystyrene used for disposable food containers and many other products. This is the first time we have actually been able to detect and quantify such microplastics in human blood. And this is proof that we have plastics in our body and we shouldn't.
Wow.
We've told AFP, calling for further research to investigate how it could be impacting health. Where is it going in your body? Can it be eliminated, excreted, or is it retained in certain organs, accumulating maybe, or is it even able to pass the blood-brain barrier? Because one of the things that they say about autism and Alzheimer's, and what's that? Those cerebral palsies, like not cerebral palsy, but it's another one. Just those sicknesses or diseases that paralyze you. A lot of it said that because plastic contaminants are poisoning our blood system, which is affecting our body in different ways, that these different sicknesses exist. And you've seen a rise over these sicknesses over the last 30, 40, 50 years to where a lot of these things wasn't on the rise before we switched over to a standard of plastic and consumption of plastic toxifying our body.
Okay.
So what we have to do is learn how to detox our blood and our organs, because we know that we have this buildup of plastic toxins in our body. Okay. The study said the microplastics could have entered the body by many routes, via air, water, or food, but also in products such as particular toothpastes, lip glosses, tattoo ink. It is scientifically plausible that plastic particles may be transported to organs via the bloodstream, the study added. VTech also said there could be other kinds of microplastics in blood his study did not pick up. For example, it could not detect particles larger than the diameter of the needle used to take the sample. The study was funded by the Netherlands organization. they said that this study contributes to the evidence that plastic particles have not just pervaded throughout the environment, but are pervading our bodies too. So that's something that we need to think about when we talk about sickness, when we talk about health, when we look at some of the health issues that we're facing, that we're challenged with, some of these disorders where you can't figure out. In a lot of ways, our bodies are contaminated and they are poisoned through the different foods that we've been eating, as well as the way we've been storing and packaging our food. So when you got these different ailments, when you got these different aches, when you got these different pains, when you got these different sicknesses, when you got different organ failures, there's a detox that you need to do to cleanse your body of things simply like plastic, because you put your food in plastic containers, because you've been drinking out of plastic bottles. And it's the same thing with aluminum.
I was just about to say that.
It's the same thing with aluminum.
Yep.
So we have a high intake of aluminum and plastic in our blood.
In our blood, yeah.
That we have to learn how to detoxify so that we can have the best health or improved health. But there are simple things like this that we neglect because it's so common to us now to just use that Tupperware.
Right.
Or
that to-go plate.
Or that to-go plate.
Right,
yeah. Right. You know, it's so common for us to do that. So when we're talking about these different food contaminations, through the cereals and all of that, but it's also through the way that we're packaging our food and distributing our food, that a lot of this is in our bodies. And there are ways to cleanse this stuff out, but you got to be aware of what it is, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, that they are found that in most of our bodies right now, we have a high level of plastic that's contaminating our blood and that's affecting our organs in different ways.
That's amazing. That's good information, Dennis.
Thank you.
Dr. Carter Jr.
Yeah, I am. I will take that. I'm a disciple.
Jr.
Y'all know I'm a Dr. Carter disciple.
Yes, Jr. Yeah. All right, 24 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock p.m.
And I'm going to have some detox for you real soon, because, you know, I got a new business that I'm.
You're not looking at me. You're not telling me that, are you?
Yes. You got those swollen ankles and stuff.
Are you saying that on YouTube?
Water on your knees, you know what I'm saying?
I don't have water on my knees.
My heart ain't 50 years old.
You steady? All right. You talking about my ankles? I thought you like my ankles.
Oh, your ankles.
You like them?
Yeah.
You don't?
Yeah, that cool. Cool with me.
I can't stand you. I'm not drinking nothing you give me, because it might be spiked like that drink that's sitting next to me. And it better not be, I promise you.
You are listening to Soul of the City.
Yes, you are listening to Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show. All right, so some of you may not know that April is National Autism Awareness Month.
Which is why it's important to talk about what we just talked about.
Yes.
Because a lot of that has been said, like the different poisons that have entered the body through plastics and different foods.
Right.
And through aluminums, they say autism can be contributed to that, as well as vaccinations. But go ahead.
So speaking of that, I want to give a shout out to my good friend, Brother Deontay Harris, for organizing the community walk. It was an awareness walk downtown Milwaukee. I thought you probably heard about that, didn't you?
No, it's right. You know, because I haven't been on. Was he promoted on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah, and I have not been on Facebook at all. Well, you know, I've kind of been like detoxing from Facebook for a while. I go on to check out little things, but I'm not really on it. But I really, really wish that I would have known about it. I wish we could have done a lot more to promote that. I wish we could have supported it more, like, because it's something that's real close to me. Because I have a son who's on the spectrum of being autistic. Right. So just being a parent that has a child that's dealing with that.
That's right.
It's very, very it's just something that's real close to my life right now. For sure. And I understand that challenge. And Man, I wish I would have known more about
Yeah, it was
that.
a second annual autism awareness walk where they walked over to Bradley Tech High School in honor of
Mhm.
autism. So yeah, so hats
Man.
off to him. So yeah.
Man, autism is real, and a lot of it has come from these things that we're talking about. When you do the studies, the plastics, the aluminum,
Yeah.
the Similac. You've seen when they were talking about the breast. I'm not the breast milk, but
the contamination with the Similac.
With the Similac, but then also with breast milk as well,
Yes.
because of the things that are in the bloodstream through having an improper diet.
Right.
It
still affects
that have been affecting the children in a negative way when they're breastfeeding.
Right,
if you're not a healthy person, what's in your blood is transferred to your child.
Absolutely.
But as well as with the Similac, the synthetic milk.
Right.
Man, it's caused so many issues for young children that they're just not finding out.
Okay.
And then, like I said, the aluminums and the plastics.
Yeah.
All of those different things have created all these different neurological diseases or issues. And like I said, I have a son who's on the spectrum of autism, and it's challenging.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's challenging to understand how to work with your child.
Well, I guess first off, it's challenging to accept the fact, right? In terms of
it is challenging to accept it. But then when you accept it, it's challenging to understand it, because you have to be in sync with the mindset of your child, and the diversity of the child's mind is just so different in the way that they process. But then also knowing how to normalize the situation by just showing your child unconditional love, so that they can adapt to being, just thinking in the way that others think as well, because their mind is operating in a different frequency.
And their behavior is not as normal as the normal child. So you have to operate or treat them.
What we consider to be normal.
Right.
Like that's something that's really I'm emotionally connected to, because I love my son.
For sure, yeah.
So much, and I'm going through so many challenges with him in different ways, and not just so much because of him, but because of his mother.
Yeah.
Who it's just, that's a whole nother conversation, But when you have that makes it harder too when you have a child that's challenged with certain issues, and then you have a parent that's even more challenged than the child. But I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
But hats off to your friend. Right. I'm sorry, y'all.
I be holding.
Back to reality.
I definitely be holding my breath. Y'all can't see it, but if you don't know what's gonna come out.
I'm working through my issues.
That's why we gotta get Dennis in the building.
Yeah, okay. I'm working on it.
Please, thank you. You all right over there?
I'm good. Whew. I'm cool.
You sure?
I'm cool enough. We talking about these hot topics.
Yeah, hot topics. Giving you some hot flashes. All right.
These hot topics that we talking about.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. All right, y'all. Don't forget, as I mentioned, to please go and download that radio app on your mobile device and type in HD Radio Online. We encourage you. Hey, y'all, we do have some good news coming up. We just have to set a date.
Oh, yeah.
We just have to set a date. We don't want to give out the good. Or do we?
Yeah, I think we want to give it out. We need to start that.
No, but we got to set a date on when we're going to.
It'll be in the next coming weeks.
Okay, go ahead.
It'll be in the next coming weeks.
Go ahead.
So we now, not only are we HD Radio,
Higher Dimension Radio, yes,
which is your 24-hour internet radio station where you can hear all the greatest gospel music and inspirational music,
yes,
news, talk, entertainment. You can take us anywhere you want to go on your mobile device. You just go to your app store and you download HD Radio Online. One word.
One word.
You just go to your app store. You're going to absolutely love being able to carry HD radio with you everywhere you go.
Yes.
But guess what?
On your
Because
Apple
God-
and your mobile device, and your Apple and your Android.
on your Apple, your Android, any mobile device, you
Yes.
can have HD radio, higher dimension radio.
Keisha
With
said,
you.
wait for it, drum roll.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, because God has been blessing us, God
Yeah.
is good.
All
God is
the
so
time.
good.
All the time.
We are now going back to terrestrial radio,
And what is terrestrial radio, Dennis?
AM, FM.
Okay.
We are partnering with 101.3 FM. And this is like great, super phenomenal, because not only will you be able to listen to us
Mhm.
wherever you go
Yeah.
with HD radio when you download the app, you will now be able to get into your car, turn on your FM radio station, go to 101.3 FM,
Mhm.
and you will be able to listen to yours truly, Sister Soraya, who is the greatest gospel DJ and hostess in the nation, as well as myself, who just be talking all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, we have an FM station now that we are partnering with.
Mhm.
We are excited about the move and the opportunity and the partnership. We were just in the radio station this weekend, just getting everything together, getting the microphones together, doing all the little tech improvements that we need to do. But we'll be moving into a grander facility,
Okay.
radio station, all the mics. You'll be able to come in and do the interviews. We're going to be sponsoring and hosting more shows. So we're absolutely excited about this partnership with 101.3 FM.
Also, you'll be able to hear us.
Did I say that right?
You
Did I do a good job?
101.3 FM.
Yeah, okay.
And you will also be able to hear us on the internet as well, too. So we're going to get those call letters and also the internet information as well, too, to where you can go online from your computer, your laptop, your phone. So in the event that you're not in your car and you're not on the FM dial, you can hear us online as well, too.
And we are, the good thing
Okay.
is that we're a part of a media network
Yes, we are.
that we are growing.
Mhm.
So 101.3 FM is now a part of that network and that family of media content that
Mhm.
we're going to be providing. They also have, we also have Inspire Radio,
Yes.
which is an affiliate of 101.3 FM. Now you have HD Radio, which
That's
is an
right.
affiliate. Then what's Bridget's platform?
Speak Music Radio.
Speak Music Radio,
That's
which is a
right.
plus. So there's going to be so much of a variety for you,
Mhm.
so much more.
Right.
And we're just fortunate that we're able to create this partnership so that we can expand our reach to you.
That's right.
So be on the lookout for this new move that we're making,
Yes.
which will be the official merging and partnership with 101.3 FM.
For sure. Speaking of that, I want y'all to mark your calendars for Saturday, June 25th. Higher Dimension Media Group presents the radio launch event. The radio launch event for Higher Dimension Radio. And oh, I am so excited.
I'm excited too. Because
Yes.
you set this concert up really, really fresh, right?
Yes, uh-huh.
So this radio launch event is going to be phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and remember, we are Higher Dimension Media Group,
Mhm.
right?
There you go, right here.
And this is what you're going to get. You're
Mhm.
going to at this launch event on June 25th
Mhm.
at 12 p.m. We're allowing vendors to come in because we want to. Not only do we want to launch the radio station
Right.
officially, but we also want to make sure that we're networking and growing the business community who we look to have a more improved relationship with.
Mhm.
So this event will allow for us to host your business. It's going to be phenomenal.
Right.
You can come and be a vendor in the space
Mhm.
because it is a business expo. We're fortunate that we still have Anthem as one of our partners. More sponsors are coming aboard.
That's right.
But we have 50 vendor spaces available, and it's on a first come, first served basis.
And slots are filling up too. We have I think I'm at about 15, 16. I have about 16 slots already.
Okay.
So
okay.
people have been calling and saying they want a booth. So please, if you want to be a part of this business expo, please give us a call, 414-435-1125.
But again, you can have, whether you have product or whether you have food, we have vendor spaces for you.
Yes,
Okay,
we do.
because we're looking for, again, our food vendors and whatever products that you want to have, we want to help promote. One of the reasons why we want to make sure that we're reaching out to the businesses is because our goal and our job and our role within media is to promote business.
That's right.
Is to promote your business, is to promote your product, is to make sure that you have more exposure in the things that you're doing. So this event will allow for us to showcase not only ourselves, but highlight all of the phenomenal businesses
Right.
that exist in our community. And just because we are launching our radio station
Right.
and event, it's our radio event, we're reaching out to other media outlets as well.
That's right.
In most situations, when people are in the media, they're in competition.
Yes.
They don't want another radio station or another media outlet to be a part of their event. Well, that's not us. We feel like if we can have a better and stronger relationship with all of the entities of our community, it's only going to make us all better. So if you have a media product or a radio station or a podcast or anything that you're doing, we are not in competition with you.
Right.
We want to promote you as well, and we want to build a network with you to where we can always work together to get information out and communicate so you can be a part of this event as well.
And our slogan is, this is not about us. This is about you.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Right.
Although we are launching this event for HD Higher Dimension Radio, this is not about us. This is about you. We want to celebrate you. We want you all to come out. We want to engage the community. We want you all to become involved together so you all can come in. What I envision, Dennis, I want you all to come in to network, to shop, to eat, to come in. We're going to have a concert. We're going to have a great time. We're going to try to get the mayor there. We're going to try to get the sheriff there. And no arrest will be made, Dennis. All right?
I hope not.
Well, I'm talking about you.
I hope not.
All right, so
I've been doing good lately.
so I want you all to come out and be a part of this event. We're gonna try to get the public involved as much as we can. All right.
And then so the concert will be featuring Kierick Powell.
Kierick Powell, yes.
Kierick Powell. OW's Exalters.
Yes.
Anthony McGahee.
And AM and PM.
And AM and PM.
Yes.
Tatiana.
George.
Yes. R.L. Smith and Inspiration, right? So there's some phenomenal groups. These groups are going to be putting on. They're going to come represent the soul of the city.
And it's going to be hosted by...
Who is it going to be hosted by? Me?
Absolutely not. Edward.
Oh, yeah.
Pastor Murchison. He's going to be hosting it, all right?
And me too on the side.
You two on the side. All right. You two on the side. All right.
So no, this is gonna be a phenomenal event, y'all. We looking forward to it. You're finally gonna get a chance to come out and celebrate what we feel is a significant accomplishment for us. We're being able to launch Higher Dimension Media Group, Higher Dimension Radio, Soul of the City, our new partnership with 101.3 FM, and we're going to be at Destiny Youth Plaza. That's 7220 North 76th Street. Okay, 7220 North 76th Street. If you want more information, they can call, or you can call 414-435-1125. Again, that's 414-435-1125. Do not miss your chance to be a part of this event.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be nice.
For sure.
So good job, Soraya, on everything that you're doing to pull this thing together.
All right. And thank you too, Dennis. I appreciate your help as well, too.
Yeah, I know.
My husband. Oh. Keisha. My husband. Yes, he's going to be hosting. In fact, he hosts pretty much everything I do.
Yeah, but he does a good job.
He does a phenomenal job.
I like being at events that Edward, your cousin, promotes. He always does a great job.
Yes, he does. So
I'll be studying his style.
Yeah, well, it's only one. It's only one Elward. It's only one Elward. So yes. So the Higher Dimension Media Group Radio Launch Event and Business Expo. If you have a successful business, we want you all to be a part of this event. 50 vendor spaces available on a first come, first served basis. Want you all to be a part of this event. All right. 41 minutes after the hour of 2:00 p.m. Did you have anything else?
I can find something.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. Well, actually, I do have a
What you got
story
over
here
there?
about the DMV. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation Division of Motor Vehicles is the first DMV. It says here nationwide to update its data system to enable the electronic sharing of all driver records with other states. Whatever
They
that
doing what
means.
now?
They enabled the electronic sharing of all driver records with other states. Whatever
They
that
said they're
means.
the first to do it.
Yeah,
Or,
they're the first DMV here to do it. Yes.
but you know what that means?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I
It
don't
depends
know.
on how you look at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be
Okay.
more of a bad thing for people. You know why?
Why? Because you got a bad driving record in another state or something?
If you got a bad driver's record
Mhm.
in Wisconsin and you go to another state,
Mhm.
those records are going to be open for them to see everything
So
that's
they're
going
gonna-
on with your driver's
So it's
record.
going to follow you.
If you catch a DUI in another state,
It's going to follow you.
it's going to follow you.
Okay.
If you got a DUI like me, who got 2 DUIs in the state of Wisconsin, if I go to Atlanta, Georgia,
Mhm.
and I get caught and I got a DUI,
Mhm.
they're gonna hold that against me because now they have my record through Wisconsin that they
Right.
can view. So now they can charge me according to my conviction
So what's
in
the-
Wisconsin.
Right.
They can charge me. They can charge me differently if I catch a conviction.
Yes,
in another
that's it.
state.
When drivers move from one state to the other, their driver history record is sent to the new state.
I just I told you.
Allow a state to share driver history data electronically, which will help form a more complete driver record that stays with the driver's primary state of residence.
Yeah, right. So you can't hide no more.
You can't run. You can't
You
hide.
can't hide no more.
Never
That's
did
just that's not good.
It's not
for
good.
a lot of people, because now when you get to that state, your insurance gonna be higher.
Absolutely.
All kind of stuff is gonna go on based
Keisha
upon.
said me they can get Dennis anywhere.
Right. They can get me anywhere. I gotta walk a fine line.
Yes, you do.
You know,
Yeah.
no more DUIs for me. Now, if I go down there, if I go catch a DUI, like I said, I have 2 DUIs.
Yes.
Right. If I went to Georgia right now,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't charge me for a first time DUI. They'll charge me for 3 DUIs.
Yes.
Meaning that if they was to charge me for just a regular DUI,
Mm-hmm.
I would just get a ticket and go home.
Yeah.
But if I go down there and they charge me with the fact that I got 2 previous DUIs,
Right.
I'm going to prison.
Well, Dennis, let it go, honey.
I'm cool. I'm just using myself as an example.
Just give it up.
I didn't gave it up.
Just say no.
I didn't gave it up.
Just
but
say
I'm
no.
just being transparent.
And it also says
I'm just being transparent
well,
and using myself as a drunken example.
well, I can see cap you because I know you got more than 2 DUIs.
No. Any more than that, I'll be in prison. I ain't getting no more DUIs. No way, buddy. No way. I almost died.
All right, so
But
it
I was
says
depressed and stuff.
Yeah,
All
you
kind
were-
of things was going on.
yeah, you did scare you have you
My life was all over the place.
and you didn't tell I was mad at you for a
I
couple
almost
of
died.
You did. And
I was going through stuff.
And I was mad at you because you didn't tell me. Somebody
Yeah.
else had to tell me what actually happened to you.
I was going through some things.
I understand that, but
It was a real hard time in my life.
I understand it. But
I
you know
ain't
what?
trying to be a victim.
After
or
you
nothing.
came down off that high or that drunkenness,
Yeah.
guess what? That problem was still there.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
But I still got a testimony.
You
It's
do
my
have a testimony.
Remember we did the drunk PSA? I did the PSA commercial. I did a whole commercial, everything about drunk
did.
driving.
You did.
I did everything because I felt bad.
You did.
But I almost died.
You did
I
almost die.
almost died.
God spared your
God
life.
spared me.
He spared your
God
life.
saved me. So I don't mind talking about my
But then-
drunken old ways.
That's why.
Because I might be inspiring somebody.
Right.
And I'm letting you know, don't take your drunk self to another state.
Dennis,
If you,
let it go.
okay.
Let it go.
I'm sorry. I'm being real emotional about this stuff.
It's all right.
These things affect me more personally than others.
God is a deliverer. He is.
I've been delivered.
Yes.
I've been delivered.
Now stay that way. And whatever's in that cup, I know.
Look, I've been delivered.
I can't win for losing. Anyway, So again, if you go to another state, of course, your driver record is going to follow you. And also, they said it determines if the applicant currently holds a driver's license or identification in another state. All right. So this authentication improves identity management, one driver, one record, and offers better fraud detection as well.
You going to jail.
So, which further enhances the integrity of Wisconsin credentials. So, you cannot have, and a lot of people do it, you cannot have, an ID in one state and then live in another.
And a lot of people do.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, you going to jail.
You can't have an EBT card here and a link in Chicago. You can't do it.
What's that?
A link, they call it link in Chicago. The link like an EBT.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You would know. I'm just saying. You be in Chicago a lot.
And you do too. And you may have a link card. And you may have a link card. You know my nerve. But anyway, and then also it says, what else to say? It says provides real-time data exchange. This prevents people with major driving convictions in one state, from getting a license in another due to delays and receiving conviction information.
I told you. I told you. It ain't good. But
yes, Keisha, and he almost killed somebody else. You're right.
Who?
You.
What you talking about?
In your accident.
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm sorry, I'm reading these comments late because I'm looking at the story and these comments.
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm sorry, I'm getting to y'all comments late.
I ain't did nothing.
They were just saying with your accident, you could have killed someone else.
Yeah, the tree. I hit that joint hard.
The tree and another car and another person.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was real bad.
And then, my CBFF, I think the worst thing would be the insurance rate impact, especially connected to speeding tickets. Yes.
It's going to be bad for people.
Absolutely.
This is not a good thing.
Yes.
But again, they're doing that because they're just making all the information universal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they want to be able to.
Public records.
They want to be, because what you have to understand, right, is that crime is business.
Okay.
Crime is the business of the judicial system. So any crime that you commit, it becomes the business of the judicial system.
Yes.
So if you get a speeding ticket, that becomes the business of the judicial system to convict you.
So it's still
that's their business,
right?
There's dollars that's associated with every crime.
Mm-hmm.
So once you commit a crime, you're gonna have to pay a fine. You're gonna have to pay a lawyer.
Right.
They're gonna have to process your situation. Somebody's gonna get paid for that. Either you're gonna go to jail. When you go to jail, they're gonna get money for you.
That's right. Yeah.
Every crime is a product of the judicial system. So they want to make sure that they can go after their money.
That's right.
They want to make sure that they can create more convictions because that's what they're in the business of, convicting people. So they're simplifying the process to be able to convict people all across the United States. So what's happening is that Wisconsin is initiating something that everyone else is setting a precedent that all the other states are going to start doing this.
Absolutely.
So what you're going to hear now is that in every other state, they're going to start linking their transportation and motor vehicle information.
We just happen to be the first.
And we just happen to be the first.
Last year, nearly 560,000 driving citations were received and processed.
That's money.
That's dollars.
So they're not trying to do you no favor. They just
That's what I said. What's the good part about it? There's no good thing about this. What's the good part about it?
That's my point. They tell it like, "Ooh, we've been the first."
Yeah,
to make sure.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't good. That ain't good, especially to a person who lived a life of crime like me.
Yeah, right. Like
in my past.
Yeah, and now.
Right. You know.
Yeah. Right.
I understand what they're trying to do. I'm so glad I'm saved, and that God have delivered me. I am, because I would be, I used to get in trouble a lot.
Still do. All right.
Okay. Anyways. I did. I'm better, y'all.
Come on, shoot.
You seen me get better over the years.
You have.
Right.
I will say that.
Okay.
You really have.
I'm telling you, I'm a work in progress. Still working on me.
Maybe to help with identity stuff. Well, yeah.
That too.
That too. Yeah.
That is probably one of the best things out of it.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, what's okay? I guess. All right.
Okay, so yeah, that's good information, though, Soraya. People need to know.
All right.
So guess what? I got a story over here that I've been wanting to tell y'all about. If you haven't already heard about it, you know what it is? Congress just passed a new bill.
Is it a good bill?
I don't know.
I don't hear nothing about no.
I don't know. You don't want to hear nothing about what?
No more transgender.
Why? Disney wants you to reimagine the world.
I'm not going to Disney no more. I'm not.
Walt Disney said, reimagine the world through the eyes of transgenders, homosexuals, queers, bisexuals. I'm sorry. That was the last story. Let me get back to this.
52 minutes after the hour, 2 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, I ain't been here in a while. I'm excited.
You are.
Yeah. Okay.
We have 7 minutes to go.
So, Congress just passed a new bill. And you want to know what that bill is? You see, I'll be building up the anticipation.
You know, it's going to be a slap.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you don't come on.
It's the daylight savings bill.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So they're trying to make daylight savings permanent.
Right.
The U.S. Senate, a body known in recent years for decisive inaction and knee-jerk partisan division, somehow managed a unanimous vote last week on a measure making daylight savings time year-round.
Year-round.
So what we did, we spring forward, right?
We spring forward.
So now we're not going to have to turn the clocks back no more. We're going to stay in daylight savings from now on.
Wonderful.
Right? The Sunshine Protection Act, if enacted into law, would mean that the semi-annual chore of changing clock hour hands will be called off in 2023.
Okay.
Legislation doing away with the clock changes has been a regular feature in the Florida legislature going back some 14 years. Always popular at such a time when the days are growing longer, and has been something of a seasonal hobby horse for U.S. Senate Marco Rubio, who sponsored the bill. And why not? April's clock change can be painful. It was especially hard on me back when my kids were teenagers, he said. I organized my life around being a slow riser. This is not a moral failing. I was born that way. I don't attend breakfast meetings or post sunrises on Instagram. I'll pay quite a bit extra for later flights out of town. This is what he said. So I, of all people, should be applauding this action, right? No harsh transitioning with the time shift, more after dinner walks on the beach, and yet say others, excellent springtime ideas don't always feel the same in wintertime. So right now, they are trying to pass a law to make sure that we have daylight savings year-round. So you will not be turning your clock back in 2023. Mm-hmm. We will only be moving forward. I would like to see more of like scientifically how this affects us over a period of time.
Okay.
Because when they're doing all these changes, they do so many things just with all these hidden motives.
Yeah, we don't even know about.
Yeah, like I'm just wondering, like, why did they just say, okay, moving forward, we just came out the pandemic and all this kind of stuff. Now we moving into a reimagined world with all these different sexualities, and then now they changing daylight saving time. Then we got plastic in our food and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we just all jacked up.
Dude, I'm like,
oh my God.
I just can't trust that it's just a genuine thing. You know, like, next thing you know, we're going to find out that, wow, when you got daylight savings, something else that happened.
Oh,
you know?
Lord.
But anyway.
Put your trust in God.
Look,
Lord
man.
Jesus. All right. So you heard it first right here on the Solar City Gossip Radio Show. It just came to my phone, Dennis.
It's gone wild.
A car driving on the sidewalk.
Right now? Oh, my God. Let me tell you something.
A car driving on the sidewalk. You know, I got the Ring doorbell on my phone. Yeah. I have it on my phone, right?
That's outside your house?
No, it's not outside my home, but of course it's in the vicinity.
They driving on the sidewalk right now. Look, I just want to say this.
Yeah.
Everybody.
These kids.
Look, let me tell y'all something. These kids, let me be clear.
You know what? And they're we supposed to, the Bible called them children.
Yeah, white people call them kids.
Dennis, stop.
They did. You know what a kid is? It's an unruly goat.
Right.
So when we were slaves, they called our children kids because they really just saw us as animals anyway. And that's how we got kid in our vocabulary. And that's why they act the way they act, because verbally, we call them something that we shouldn't be calling them. We call them kids, which means bad, unruly animal, right?
That's just
Instead of children, right? Which should be an extension of you, your family, and your values, right? So these kids will kill you. Look at me. Let me be real, very specific and very direct, and look right into the camera. These kids
oh God.
will kill you, and there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. They are unruly. They are out of control, and they are very, very dangerous.
Yes, Lord.
And they are ready to kill you. Now, you may not hear it like this from anybody else, but it's nothing that I'm saying is an exaggeration. They are walking up to old ladies, robbing them. They shooting. I'm talking about. I'm out here amongst these young people, so I'm being brought up to speed on where their mindset is and the things that they're doing, and it's out of control.
Yes.
It's something that you're not prepared for because you can never even imagine the depths of ignorance and wickedness that exists amongst these young people. Our children are in a bad state right now. Now, what we have to do to change that, there's still a lot to talk about, but you better not for 1 minute think that when you see these 12-year-old, 13-year-olds, or 14-year-olds, that they won't shoot you in your head, that they won't run you over, that they won't steal from you, and that they won't kill you.
They bold, y'all.
You need to understand
These some
that.
bold kids out here.
You need to understand that.
Yeah, bold
and
and bad kids.
Because you'll look at them like, oh, this is just a child. It's just a kid.
That's right.
But that kid got a gun bigger than his whole body.
Yep,
He's ready to shoot you, your child, your mama, your daddy,
without
your cousin.
Care. They don't
care. Without a care. They're
right.
ready to jump out in broad daylight in front of cameras. They already running around with terrorist masks on all day long because the pandemic made us put masks on our face. So not everybody is just wearing a mask. And anybody who has a criminal element to them, they love wearing a mask. It's promoting a criminal nature.
True.
So all of these things, I just want to say, please, as the days go about and the weather improves, be very, very careful.
Cautious, prayerful, careful. Please.
Very careful.
Yeah.
And be prepared to defend yourself from our children.
I'm telling you. All right.
I'll leave it at that.
Lastly, I have to send a special birthday shout out to my niece, Madison. Happy 10th birthday. She finally reached the double digits. Happy birthday to you, Maddie. Happy birthday. Blessings to you. All right, y'all, 2:59 p.m. Don't forget, we on time. Don't forget, y'all, download that radio app, please, on your mobile device and type in HD Radio Online on your phones today. And thank y'all so much for listening to the Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show. Join us on tomorrow. Join me on tomorrow. I'll be back on live tomorrow for the Gospel Mania Radio Show. Thank y'all for hanging out with me as well every day from 8 to 10 a.m. Thank y'all so much for your prayers as well. But join us on next Monday for the Soul of the City Gospel Radio Show. And we'll be back with a date to come back on for 101.3 FM as well, too. We'll figure that out and all the kinks and everything out. We'll let y'all know about that next Monday. Right, Dennis?
We sure will.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, keep it locked to HD Higher Dimension Radio where you can imagine more.